at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7.
Feliz Navidad.
Magic 107.7.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Orlando's Christmas station.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
GimmeTheVin.com loves buying used cars and giving you more cash for the holidays. Tall ones, short ones, wide ones, skinny ones. GimmeTheVin.com buys them all over $1,000 a week, as a matter of fact. This holiday season, if you're looking to sell your truck, your car, your van, your SUV, your exotic, your clunker, give them a shot at GimmeTheVin.com. Just click on GimmeTheVin.com and get your check on the spot.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
This Thanksgiving, gather around the table with the freshest flavors Florida has to offer. From crisp green beans to juicy tomatoes and sweet corn, fresh from Florida produce brings sunshine to every dish. Behind every bite is a hardworking Florida farmer and fisherman, growing and gathering with pride and purpose. It's more than a meal. It's a celebration of the people, the land, and the passion behind every harvest and catch. Fresh from Florida, trust is grown here.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd to the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
We're on a mission to get everyone high-quality health insurance and better health. We have plans with low out-of-pocket premiums. For coverage to start January 1st, you must enroll by December 15th. Go to AmBetterHealth.com/enroll for your free, no-obligation quote. That's AmBetterHealth.com/enroll. AmBetterHealth.
Hump Day. What's happening, chatters? Just a minute. Less than a minute now. So we get this thing kicked off. Happy Wednesday to you. Glad to be here. It's nice to see your smiling faces. Little pre-show Dole Mic action. Hello, Stephen P. Zach, how are you? More olive talk. I'll talk about olives. I think I'll already be out of state by this time tomorrow. I got a very early flight in the morning, so this is my Friday. Let's fucking go.
.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at justcallmo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, November 19th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from Cruise murder mystery Bombshells to the Epstein files could be released today. The White House responds to the quiet Piggy controversy, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Good. Pretty good.
Yeah, good.
How are you? Getting sad? Allergies?
Good, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think. Yeah,
That's normal. This is normal,
checking.
Sean.
Yeah, normally I turn my mic off for that, but I'm just checking all of the different sounds that are coming out of my body to make sure we're all locked in, ready to go, and I think we are, everybody. So here goes nothing. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Bloomington, where the police chief, a man named Booker Hodges, which that's quite a name for a police chief. Mr. Booker Hodges
It's out
was
of a TV show from the 80s.
It does. It sounds like that. Yeah, and he was throwing this press conference where they arrested 16 dudes, including some guy who was like a member of ICE, I think.
Oh.
And this was for like solicitation of a minor. Oh. And he announced all this at this press conference. But you know how the sheriffs do this, and they go, here's who we got. We booked this person. We got this Disney employee. Well, I think he felt competition from the world of sheriffs, so he decided to make it his own. And here he goes, announcing Operation Creep.
I'm calling this Operation Creep. So you know I do car karaoke, and I can't sing, so I'm going to butcher this.
No.
I know.
But I'm a creep.
That's not singing.
I'm a weirdo.
All right, yeah, you kind of are.
Please stop. If you're going to do that, you got to go 10. You got to rip the knob off. But I'm a creep.
This is like being at karaoke night and just barely putting any effort in.
But you signed up the moment you got there. You know what I'm saying?
Over here doing the Shatner, like she packed my bags last night, pre-flight.
That would make sense. He seems like he has a gun to his head as he sings this.
C-Lane on a lazy night doing chocolate salty balls from South Park, you know. Suck on my chocolate salty balls.
It's candy. Talking about candy.
Put them in your mouth and suck them. It's like no energy, Chief, all right? Hodges, bring it to us. Give us some energy.
Creep. So you know I do car karaoke, and I can't sing, so I'm going to butcher this, but we'll be all right.
We'll be all right, yeah.
But I'm a creep.
Oh, my God. It's so bad off the bat.
I'm a weirdo. This is a song these guys were singing. What the hell am I doing here?
Oh, because they're the creeps. Oh, my God.
Narrating it.
You know,
I was going to ask when the video was done
what's that thing they say? Explaining is winning?
This is about you. This is about you, okay?
Do you understand? Because people call creeps those that are predators, and I'm going to do the song that's called Creep that was very popular.
Because these bad guys who are creeps were talking to what they thought were young girls online. Do you get it? You guys get it?
Has he done carpool karaoke? Like, he opened up with saying, like, you guys know that I do carpool karaoke.
You know what it feels like? Who's that character on The Simpsons where he's like, you might remember me from...
Troy McClure. Troy McClure.
Point ceiling. That was very quick.
It feels like Troy McClure where we go, shouldn't we know you from being the police chief? You might know me from doing carpool karaoke. And I want to continue that today.
I'm going to butcher it. And here I'm going to butcher it and also step on it and bury it 6 feet in the ground.
Question, you know how every once in a while when politicians who are out there like campaigning will use a song and the bands will be like, please don't use my music anymore. I don't support you.
Oh, cease and desist is head is his way.
Like Radiohead will pop up and go, not for nothing, but this was bad. So we don't want to be a part of this.
Radiohead famously was behind or just supported the release of the time that Prince covered Creep. Even though Prince notoriously had his cronies go and issue takedown notices for any videos, anything online that was Prince material, and Radiohead said, wait, no, that's our song. We say let it fly. And
this will be the Prince moment for Radiohead.
They're like, enough is enough. We have to put our foot down.
We're sorry we did that.
Also, he's still going.
I don't belong here.
You belong
Get
in
that
jail.
song in your head. I'm a creep.
Right, thank you, sir.
If he was hosting the show, I would have recorded that for the next episode.
I want to just throw this out to all of you. If you have any friends in your life, when they make suggestions that are bad, you have to tell them, don't do this. All right? It's like how I tell you, a lot of times I'll go, Courtney, does this look stupid on me? Do I look dumb? Do I just let me know. I need you to let me have it right now so that I don't embarrass myself for the rest of the day.
Is Courtney honest with you when you ask that?
She claims she is.
Okay.
I don't know. Are you making a statement right now?
No. I am saying I have said the same thing to Nicole, and I'm like, do these look weird? And I could see it in her eyes immediately. That's like, and I go, stop doing the and trying to kid glove it. I need you to tell me the actual answer. But, maybe all you ask is for one person to give it to you straight. Not be mean all the time, but if you're asking the question.
I even tell her, Sabrina, I'm like, I won't be mad. There will be no pushback. I will blatantly listen to you. Just say, that shirt looks stupid. Okay, thank you. You've saved me for the rest of the day. Perfect. Nobody saved this cop, though.
Not one person.
He's like, we'll call it Operation Creep, and I'll go out there and sing Radiohead. And they're like, yes, please do it. That's going to be great. People will love it. I don't know if they did, but you might have. Let us know how you feel about it. Send a dispatch over to thenewsjunkie.com or email to tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com.
How many blue bloods are going to be like, that was great. I really like it.
I don't know. I think some of them might be going out and taking down their police flags right now in the front yard. Ceremoniously. Yeah, they're bringing it down. What's it? Wait, was there a cop shot? It's like, no, the creep video. Cloudflare is now responding to what took down a lot of the internet yesterday. And the CEO is this guy named Dane, who has posted this information out. If you missed this, we started the show out yesterday with like a third of the internet was down. All these major websites weren't working. Everything was kind of broken. X was down. All of these things were just a mess all over the place. And it was once again because of like some central thing that all these websites use. And the CEO of Cloudflare, or Cloudflare, if you work for some local TV outlet and you don't know what it's called, he says, I won't mince words. Earlier today, this is from yesterday, we failed our customers and the broader internet when a problem in Cloudflare's network impacted large amounts of traffic that rely on us. The sites, businesses, and organizations that rely on Cloudflare depend on us being available, and I apologize for the impact we caused. And they said it's one of these things where you go, how did the internet crash, man? Was it some crazy hacker in Beijing or Belarus or Moscow? And it's like, apparently it was one file that they have on a server somewhere. The file size got too big.
You're kidding me.
The file size of one file got too big and caused some kind of communication issues in the code.
How big was the file?
Some file that they referred to that's supposed to be mega fast had too much in it, and the file size was too big, and it cut everything down right at the knees and caused this issue that took out a third of the internet. We're now at that point in the timeline. One rando person can be like, well, let's update the code, and then half of the internet completely and totally breaks just like that. So that's what Cloudflare is responding to in terms of the outage on the internet yesterday. It can and will happen again. Just get used to it. That's the way she goes, folks. The other big story that was breaking yesterday during the show, but worth mentioning because it seems like as fast as possibly today, the bill could reach President Trump's desk. He'll sign it. If he does, that will release all the files of this Epstein situation.
Quiet, Piggy.
And then we'll see if that ends up, everybody will just, I'm sure, be super happy about this. They'll go, oh, thanks. Now everything is resolved. Now there's nothing else to argue about.
Do we think that these are already all digitized? Like if they Trump signs the bill, it's time to release the files, and they just do a dump digitally?
I don't know. I absolutely do not know. I wish I knew the answer to that question.
Well, the emails that were released a couple weeks ago, from what I understood, were very hard to get through. It was like a mix of Excel sheets and PDFs and videos of dogs or something like that. So
yes,
are they going to make it confusing again?
It's just going to be everything. So they dump all this stuff, and it's so much crap to sort through. You got to find the good stuff. People put it in databases and make it searchable, which is awesome. That's a really good resource for stuff like this. But also what they do, because I pulled up some stuff. You ever, yes, you both have.
What do you think is the first word they search for?
Trump,
absolutely.
Clinton, Trump, Clinton, Pelosi, whoever.
Pizza.
Bannon, Steve Bannon. Anyhow,
the two of us.
The two of you, I know this has happened to you. When you get an email from a whole bunch of people that you're CC'd on, and you see the email, and then you see that people start replying all to it, and then you forget about it for a while, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I forgot that. And then you go to that email, and it's like this long chain, and you have to go to the bottom to kind of start understanding it.
And
it's
sometimes,
super skinny at the bottom.
Yeah, on your phone, that it becomes just one word or one letter at a time.
That's how a lot of these are.
Oh,
it's
great.
like, oh man, it's like reading hieroglyphics at some point. But we'll figure it out. We'll see what happens because the voting went through and passed in the House of Representatives. There was only one person who voted against this.
And right at the end,
one dude. Yeah.
As we were watching it live, there was one nay. That the first one that I saw, at least, was a Republican, and then it went away. Then there was one Democrat in the last 2 minutes, and then in the last 30 seconds, one nay Republican.
Yeah, that's all it ended up on. One nay Republican, and 2 Republicans didn't vote, and 3 Democrats didn't vote. But everybody else said, enough's enough. Let's just get these files out there. Here's the vote.
On this vote, the yeas are 427. The nays are 1. 2/3 being in the affirmative. The rules are suspended. The bill is passed. And without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
All that means, for those of you who don't follow this stuff, which is everybody on planet Earth, basically, is now this will go over to the Senate. The Senate will likely pass it. It will go to Trump's desk as soon as today, and then
I think it was there last night, they said.
But they hit a pause on it for some reason. They could have passed it last night, but they hit a pause on it to address it today. So I think that they're going to vote on this today if they haven't already.
Did you read Clay Higgins' statement on why he voted nay?
No, the one guy?
Yeah,
no, what he said.
I thought it was interesting, and I thought he kind of had a point, but I also would never want to be the one person that voted to still keep the Epstein files hidden.
You kidding me? I kind of would want to be.
just to stand
500
out.
people that vote yes, and they're like, who voted no? And you just kind of put your hand on your chin like, yeah.
Sean Watson.
The rumors start to swirl now.
I made a mistake.
He said, I've been a principled no on this bill from the beginning. What was wrong with the bill 3 months ago is still wrong today. It abandons 250 years of criminal justice procedure in America. And as written, the bill, he says, reveals and injures thousands of innocent people, witnesses, people who provided alibis, family members, etc. He's basically saying that people are going to get unfairly victimized by the bill.
I get it, but who's going to get retribution from a dead dude?
Right.
I mean, who's left? Ghislaine Maxwell's going to go after them? Who's? I mean, I don't know that there's going to be a retribution in this. I think they should do whatever they can to censor any kind of victims' names if they want to be censored. But am I crazy? Didn't we hear the victims go up and say a lot of the victims were like, we want this released?
And a lot of that was attributed to the girl who had wrote the book and then
Virginia
unfortunately
Giuffre
had killed herself.
Yeah.
So when it comes to any sort of redaction, are we aware of what may be taken out besides victims' names? Anything else that would be, or are we going to have some surprises?
Well, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. Everybody's been demanding this. All sides have been demanding this. Here
You're
we go.
supposed to be redacting victim identification, anything identifiable or personal information of the victims, and then it says there's supposed to be a notation on every redaction on why.
Okay, that's good. That's good then. Yeah, I think that's good. And so if you do see Chris Lane's name in these documents, I want to tell you, first of all, pump the brakes. Don't jump to conclusions. React with time and no emotion. Read. If his name is in there, I'm not saying it is, but read that information, take it in, and judge from there. That's what I plan to do, C-Lane. If I see your name in these files.
That's very fair of you.
Yeah, I will not rush to judgment. I don't want to do that to you.
Cool.
All right, we have a lot to get into today here on the show. And the big news that's just kind of rolling in here is coming from this murder mystery on the cruise ship, on the Carnival cruise ship. We finally have a bombshell in this one. I have the court documents. I have one of the court documents in front of me. We're going to read it together. And finally, we have some pretty crazy info about what happened to this 18-year-old who was on this cruise ship. She died on this Carnival cruise. And now we finally have some pretty crazy information. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's a crash blocking all lanes, getting cleared up on US 27 just south of Florence Villa Grove. 2 left lanes are blocked on I-4 westbound before Florida's Turnpike. That's causing stop-and-go traffic. A crash is getting cleared.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes, baby.
This report is sponsored by...
Look at you, you beautiful thing.
Tired of spotting on your dishes, dry skin, or worrying about what's really in your tap water?
All right, we got a couple more details on the Epstein stuff. Later on, we'll bury that a little bit. Anything that happens with that story, if stuff gets released during the show, we'll bring it to you immediately. But I want to refocus over to this cruise murder mystery story. Because 1, it's crazy, and 2, the new info is wild. So we'll read the court documents together when we come back. But I need another spray. I need one more. Oh, these aren't drugs. That's not a drug. Oh, no. It's running out. I need another one. How many mimosas? You know what I mean? Hey, camera. Hey. Lock in. Son of a bitch! Bitcoin is tumbling! Bitcoin is tumbling! I repeat, Bitcoin has dropped below 90,000, ladies and gentlemen. True story.
As you gather with family and stories are passed from one generation to the next, take a moment to honor the Florida
Bitcoin falling below 90,000. Seems like a time to buy, maybe? I would think. I mean, recently it was up over 110,000 and now down to 89,000, falling under 90,000. Stand by. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hey, Crazy Drunk Cat Lady. All right, we're back in 3 minutes, folks.
Going up.
Did Virginia kill herself like Epstein did, or actual suicide? If the latter, very, very sad. Yeah, I mean, there's no... Look, both of them off themselves. I know that's not sexy. I know that's not going to get me the hits. I know the views aren't going to skyrocket, but both of them off themselves. That's it. Happy Wednesday, Bootsy. I only use the Bitcoin ATM at the nearby smoke shop because it looks reliable. True. True. That's the best place to get stuff done.
At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot.
Stick to radio, Austin. As opposed to what? What are you talking about?
Save up to $700 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress.
Without Bitcoin, how will we pay our scammers? Trust me, there's plenty of other crypto out there to get the payments done. But I mean, Bitcoin seems, I hate to say it, but Bitcoin seems too big to fail. A little bit too big to fail. 2 minutes. Booty Sweat says, currency is only as good as whoever takes it. That's the point of money. Oddly enough, there is nobody that's explained this better than the South Park episode about money and faith in money and credit and all that. It's pretty brilliant, actually. 90 seconds. And it's gone. Let's see, is it still falling? Hang on. 89,000. Oh, no, back over 90,000 now in real time. It's fluctuating a bit, as you might imagine. All right, let's talk about this Cruz murder mystery. I have the court documents, and now we finally know something. And it only makes everything more unpredictable, I think, moving forward with this case. But let's talk about it. Here we go. Excuse me. Coming back.
And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays.
It's the most wonderful time.
Open the app and search Holiday and find Magic 107.7, Orlando's Christmas station. Plus stations playing specialized holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, plus tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Open the free iHeartRadio app now and search Holiday to start listening.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get Super Sure. Coming soon.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
And I mean it, man. This story gets crazier and crazier. It's probably going to be one of the biggest stories over the next week or so. Welcome into the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about this show over on the website, which is thenewsjunkie.com. Here are the basics of this story. if you're not keeping up. There was a cruise ship. It was a Carnival cruise, and it was going out to Mexico, a couple other places. On board, amongst all the other people partying on the Carnival cruise ship, was an 18-year-old cheerleader from Titusville, Florida. And at first, it was reported that this 18-year-old died on the cruise. Everybody, myself included, your brain tends to go to, oh, did they jump or fall off of the cruise? Did they go overboard? That's usually what happens in a lot of these cases. But then we figured out that wasn't what happened. That she was on the boat. And then, the feds grabbed her body and started investigating. And so if she was on the boat, well, that's not a drowning. What killed this 18-year-old? She, I would assume, would be in very good health at that age, but maybe not. And then there were rumors all over the place, everywhere rumors, because there were no actual answers. The rumors, which I tried to carefully go over on the show, were one, that there was potentially an overdose in the stateroom on the cruise ship. And the other one was that she was found rolled up in something and stuffed underneath the bed in her cruise room. And those are both pretty crazy. But the second option is what apparently has turned out to be true, because they started to confirm that she was wrapped up, this 18-year-old, and found stuffed underneath a bed in the cruise ship, in the room. And the father was saying he doesn't know anything. They're not telling him anything. Other family members were allegedly posting online. We'll get into some of that in a moment. But the court documents that have been released finally shed some light on this. So let's read them. Here we go. This is in Brevard County, Florida. And it says an emergency motion for a continuance of a hearing in this case. The respondent, Chantel Hudson, files a motion for continuance. It says the undersigned counsel is the attorney of record, has been retained by the respondent in this action. It is an extremely sensitive and severe circumstance that has arisen where the mother will not be able to testify at the hearing at this time. So the FBI is kind of looking into this person saying the mother will not be able to testify. Why? Well, currently there is an investigation being conducted by the FBI arising out of the sudden death of 18-year-old Anna Kepner, who was found deceased on November 9th, 2025 on a Carnival cruise. Miss Anna Kepner, the deceased, is the daughter of the respondent's paramour, and the respondent and the minor children of this instant action were all on the cruise ship together. So just so you know, that means this is somebody's partner in this relationship, like a step brother situation, stepdad. The family with some step siblings were on this cruise ship together, and they were all there when this went down. But now they get a little deeper into what really happened behind the scenes here. The respondent has been advised through discussions with the FBI and her attorneys that a criminal case, here's the important part, may be initiated against one of the minor children of this family. All right, against one of the minor children of this family. So what it turns out is the underage stepbrother of this 18-year-old who died on the Carnival cruise is alleged to have done something that led to her death.
I'm getting Jean Benet Ramsey vibe.
The stepbrother, I don't know how old the stepbrother is. I don't have an age on any of this. Maybe we could figure that out. But the stepbrother is alleged to have gone back to the room with the 18-year-old Anna Kepner, and they believe that he is going to be hit with murder charges in this case. So full picture. Now here's what we know. We know 18-year-old high school student Anna Kepner, who appeared by all folks who have chimed in on this to have been a great young woman and a positive outlook for her future. She goes on this Carnival cruise ship. They're headed out, and they're coming back from Mexico. And when they're coming back from Mexico on a day at sea, she goes to the dining room with her family. She tells her family, I'm feeling sick. I'm going to go back to the room to lay down. She goes back to the room. Then the stepbrother, who's out there at dinner still, goes, I too am going back to the room. He goes back to the room. And at that point, she died. Now, the murder charges are incoming. The stepbrother appears to be the target. And this is going to be like a familial murder mystery case, I guess, moving forward, which is kind of crazy.
just sent you, and I don't know, forgive me if this was covered, but the uncle apparently has posted on Facebook.
Yeah.
This guy's an interesting dude.
Very interesting.
This uncle.
Mm-hmm.
This is everywhere, by the way. This is allegedly the uncle, in this case, of this murder mystery on the cruise ship. And it says, Martin Donahue, I need everybody's help on this. I don't know exactly when this was posted, but it says
November 17th.
November 17th, so Monday.
A little bit timeline-wise. On Monday, the uncle on this Twitter account, the alleged uncle, Martin Donahue, responded to a lot of different news organizations. He tried to reach out to somebody from WKMG News 6 in Orlando on the 15th. So over the weekend, he reached out to one of the reporters and said, please DM me, please. But also he replied to a bunch of different news posts, copy-pasted this exact story, the thing we're looking at right now, to Fox and Friends, to World News, to Phil Holloway, our New York Post, TMZ. He hit up everybody.
Oh, Phil Holloway? Is that from like Natalie Holloway's family?
No, I think it was just another reporter. He was all responding to people who had tweeted about this situation, who had tweeted about the Anna Kepner story, including our friend Ryan Gorman from our affiliate in Tampa, WFLA, just everybody. And then a couple days before that, he was tweeting hot chicks, and a couple days after that, tweeting at Denise Richards.
So off the bat, I have 3 different ways that this uncle can go. He wants to get the word out there. It's like, let me hit up everybody so that it becomes a public thing and it doesn't get ignored or covered up. 2, he's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know anything about this guy now. I mean, we know
loves the attention.
We know that the 18-year-old daughter's dead. We know that they're now suspecting the underage minor stepbrother to have been responsible. We know that her body was wrapped up and stuffed apparently under the bed in the cruise ship room on the Carnival Cruise Line.
This guy was saying she was naked too.
Well, that's what. Let's get to his post. All right, we're talking about it a lot. Let's get to what he said. Allegedly, this person is related to her, and he says, I need everybody's help on this. If you haven't heard this story, then you've been living under a rock. This is my niece, Anna Kepner. She was 18 and was on a cruise with her dad, stepmom, and other family members. I cannot stay silent about this matter any longer. The stepmom's son killed her, stuffed her naked, beaten body in a sheet, and stuffed her under a bed and covered her with life jackets. Then slept on that bed like nothing happened. He told his stepmom when no one could find Anna on the ship about what happened. So, yes, they know who did this, and it sickens me that the father, Chris, remains silent about it. Please pass this on till maybe it gets to somebody that could do something about it. If nothing's done, it will all come out on the 20th at least. That's what the stepmom has said after treating family. If they talk, that they will be they will be banned
She
from
told
the
family
remembrance.
if they talk before the 20th, that they'll be banned. He said banded, but this guy doesn't seem to type very well.
I'm trying to work around what he's written here.
She threatened to not let family to attend the funeral if they say anything to the press.
Okay, so if they break her cone of silence and say that her son killed this person, this Anna, this 18-year-old on the cruise ship, then they can't go to her remembrance of life. Then he finishes up, please pass this on so my family can get closure, and the people who did this and lied and stalled to tell the rest of us what happened when it did. Now, you just look guilty. All of you look guilty of a cover-up, says this person who claims to be related to the family. A lot of drama dropping in this world, and this case is going to be a really interesting one. So now we have allegedly the stepbrother killed this 18-year-old. She was possibly naked, like rolled up in a bunch of like blankets and stuff, and hid under the bed. Still a lot of question marks on this, but we'll see what they know.
One of the biggest question marks for me, alleged uncle, is that you posted this to every news site you could. You replied on Twitter, X, excuse me. The most recent one he did was to Fox 8 in New Orleans, and he posted it at 7:23 a.m. on November 17th. And then at 11:27 a.m., just a few short hours later, he posted to Denise Richards, "Hey, how you doing?"
This guy's
I mean,
a
he can't
gooner,
spend his
man.
whole day doing it, huh?
He's like, look, I do a little saving to the family. I try to get the cruise story out there. Then I do a little gooning.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
The Daily Mail says the stepbrother is 16. They're reporting right now that the parents admit stepbrother 16 is suspect in Anna Kepner's death on board Carnival Cruise as boy's father bids for custody of younger sister.
Wow. Okay. All right. So
I tried to see that, but apparently that information is behind a paywall. Thanks, Daily Mail.
I'm looking at some photos of this girl. She was very young. She's 18 years old. She was a cheerleader in high school, and now they are suggesting that it was a family member who may have murdered her. Why? How? Was she naked? Why was she naked? A lot of questions out there about Anna Kepner in this case still, but finally, at least we have some answers from some of these court documents. We'll keep an eye on the case. Let us know if you have any thoughts. Send those over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right. Also, you can email the show, just so you know, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, tips@thenewsjunkie.com.
There was a lot of speculation and stuff, and I was taking a lot of things with a grain of salt before anything was announced. But, a lot of the stories of the background of this Anna Kepner that they talked about how she wanted to join the military after she graduated high school.
Yeah.
And somebody, I don't even remember who, was saying oh, this is a blended family. There tends to be a lot of bad situations abuse-wise in blended families, and maybe she was joining the military to get away from it. This is just what one person says.
The problem is, C-Lane, the information vacuum leads to everybody just throwing out a million theories. And when one of the theories was, she was rolled up in blankets and found underneath the bed, that was a theory right off the jump.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds crazy, but that wasn't crazy. That part was real. That part, it appears, was real. But still lots and lots of question marks, but we'll figure out everything that was going on here. Stick with us as we uncover more of what happened in this particular case. Again, join us with your comments, what you think happened, or any information that you may have seen out there. Record your dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right, quick break. When we come back, I've got some emails to get into. We've got a case out of Florida that is one of the craziest things I've seen in a long time. And this won't be stealing anything from This Week in Florida. It's way too early for that, plus other reasons.
Buddy, you can have it.
I know.
Maybe
and
Josh is gonna.
And I shall take it. But we'll see what's going on with this and so much more. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Have you ever been come on to by someone really older than you?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I've
42.
I've never done that. I've never hooked up with somebody considerably older than me. That's my wife's job. All right, 407-916-1041.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for today, we're going to be expecting plenty of sunshine, low humidity, but unseasonably warm temperatures. Plan for a high of around 83 degrees in Orlando for this afternoon. And the forecast will remain warm, quiet, and calm as we head towards this weekend, with temperatures even approaching the middle 80s for Saturday and Sunday, with plenty of sunshine. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke. Dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas, or find the perfect rom-com from Lily Chu. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at Audible.com.
Folks, let me tell you about a company that is there to help you out, and that's what you should want. That's what you deserve. That's what you need. When something goes wrong with your air conditioner, your HVAC unit, whatever you'd like to refer it to as, the thing that keeps you cool when you want to be cool, or warm when you want to be warm. And when it's not working correctly, there is a problem. But that problem could be something really simple, and some of these other companies will take advantage of you big time. Not Mills Air. They are the friendly, locally owned and operated, family owned and operated company that you deserve to work with, to get your AC back up and running. So call today to schedule your appointment with Mills Air. Here's the phone number, 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. When you've been seriously injured, it's not just about the money, it's about justice. I recently had a client who came to us because she was ignored by the insurance company and left to suffer, but we didn't let that happen. We fought and recovered $1 million. If the insurance company is turning its back on you, we're here to stand by your side and fight for the justice you deserve. Injured on the go, just call Mo. Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed. From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only.
Silent Coda live read without a rejoin. Lame.
90 seconds, folks. We're coming back live on the show in 90 seconds with a story out of Florida that you're not going to believe. Stand by.
Give a big deal. Enter by December 7th at jtv.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Then watch JTV on TV or shop jtv.com for big holiday deals.
The free iHeartRadio app. Pure audio awesomeness.
The most live radio stations and the most podcasts.
And you can access them instantly by making them a preset.
And it's all 100% free.
Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone.
The free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
HCA Florida West Orange Emergency and Winter Garden is now open 24/7. Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com. This emergency department is...
Got hijacked for nothing. For nothing. Look at that. Wow. Nah. I kind of knew that was coming, Crazy Drunk Cat Lady. I could just see it in the body language that he was reaching for that button. Reaching for that button. It happens. I do know my lane. Per se got 3 Michelin stars again yesterday? Wait, that just happened? That's going to be... Thank God we got the reservation. All right. Back to the show.
Offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the new...
When I say us, this
is the most viral newsroom on planet Earth, and you can learn more about the show at thenewsjunkie.com. And everybody on it, go over to the website and dive in. Subscribe to the podcast, all of that good stuff as we get into all the stuff people are talking about out there on planet Earth today, including this. The story of Sonia Exelby is starting to go viral absolutely everywhere you might imagine on all of the platforms because it's a weird one. It's a weird one. It's going to be a case that people start following, and this is absolutely a true story, what I'm about to tell you. A woman by the name of Sonia Exelby, 32 years old, was found dead in the woods in Marion County, Florida, all right? And she was found on October 17th, so about a month or so ago.
Fatality.
A man named Dwayne Hall, 53, has been arrested for her murder. Now, here's the thing. Dwayne Hall met this Sonia Exelby woman on a fetish website. They met together on this fetish website online. She flew from England to the United States of America into the state of Florida, and she said she wanted somebody, requested somebody to violently kill her.
What?
That's what this woman wanted. She was seeking someone online who would violently kill her. That's what the woman wanted. And they met on this fetish website. And this guy, Dwayne Hall, 53 years old, he said, the woman met me. I did what she wanted me to do. Police recovered a deleted video from his phone, which showed her very, very upset. And he was asking, he's on the video. He's like, do I have your permission to murder you? And she goes,
did he use the word murder?
Yes. Yeah, attack.
May I murder you?
It somehow makes his case so much worse. This is like the actual clinical term.
Sabrina's right. This is worse than may I meet you. May I murder you is the...
May I meet you online and may I gruesome style homicide you.
May I murder you is what he asked this woman, okay? I'm serious. He asked this to the woman and she says yes.
She does while crying.
Yes. And she says, well, he goes, why? And she says, because I'm an awful person. So the woman messaged a friend at some point saying, I don't want to do this and blah, blah, blah.
This is weird.
Yeah, very, very, very strange. But the guy has been arrested on charges including first-degree murder, kidnapping, and credit card fraud. Evidence includes a shovel that they purchased the day before he picked her up, which was found with her DNA on it. Her longtime boyfriend had reported her missing via Interpol because, again, she was from England, and then she made her way over to the United States. Some photos of her show she's just like a 30-year-old woman, 32 years old. He is a dude who looks like he might buy a shovel to bury somebody. I mean, he fits the bill a little bit here of the guy you might find on the fetish website looking to do this, I guess.
She's not giving me the vibe of someone who wants to, as a fetish, get murdered.
Well,
I mean, who are we to judge books by their cover?
You know what's tough about this is he videotaped it, whether he deleted it and they recovered it or not is another thing. But he videotaped himself about to do it, getting her permission to do it. You never are going to know in that moment.
Yeah.
If she really felt that way or if she was saying what he told her to say. I mean, they'll probably find a longer trail. And I know this sounds crazy, but there are people like this. There are people who want to end their life, but they want somebody else to do it. In the United States of America, it's much more commonly done via police officer. That's what happens in the United States of America much more often. But these people, every once in a while, will go on these fetish websites. And you or I, normal people, can't understand why they would ever do this.
Right.
We can't understand it. But they do. There was a guy in a famous video, and little kids, plug your ears. Weak adults, brace yourselves. But there was a man whose fetish was that he wanted another man to chop off his testicles, which he did on video, and then serve him up those on a pan, cooking them up, and then afterwards he wanted the person to kill them. And they were seeking out this. Now in a court of law, and I'm no attorney, friend. I am no attorney.
I'm scared to say put this on the Mo list.
I'm pretty sure you cannot tell somebody to kill you and give them permission to do that.
No.
I don't
Even
think.
with notarized documents.
Yeah.
No, that would be
initials.
assisted suicide, and that's not legal.
Was it not in Portland?
And even in places where it is, this is not the way you can do it. You cannot give consent for some random human being to stab you 4 or 5 times like happened in this case. That's exactly what happened here. But it's the story of Dwayne Hall from Ocala, who's been arrested on charges of first-degree murder. This woman from the UK, Sonia Exelby, who went over here and I guess wanted somebody to do that, at least according to him.
And the weird
video footage and all the rest exists, so it's a crazy story making the rounds out there.
We've talked a lot of times about how there's been like studies and reports when they interview somebody who has attempted suicide, and they almost always say, the second my foot left the bridge, I instantly regretted it.
True, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to not die. Yep. And so it's weird because they're trying to almost paint this picture with this woman. It says, the guy, Hall, the guy who killed her, badgered Exelby to consent to be harmed. Detectives who viewed the video described her as being hesitant and visibly upset, even as she nodded in the affirmative. One day after landing in Florida, she messaged a friend. Why am I saying that like Sean Connery? She messaged her friend over Discord and explained that she was having doubts as Hall dragged out her pain. Said he made it clear there was no way out unless I shoot him. I was questioning it last night. I thought he'd do it quick and not give my mind time to stew.
Let me ask you the biggest question of all to both of you, Celine and Sabrina. Would you watch that video?
I don't know.
I've already seen it, haven't you?
You already saw it. You
haven't.
absolutely saw it.
I promise. It's not a public video. Just the cops saw it. The cops saw the video. I ask you, folks, would you watch that video? I don't know, man. That
Given
sounds
the details, I don't think I would. For the sake of it will be imprinted in my head forever.
That sounds like a tough one. That sounds like a very, very tough one. What do you think? I mean, this woman maybe consenting, maybe not consenting. The whole thing is a crazy story, but give us your thoughts. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right, couple emails real quick. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And Jason emails the show about communal dining. We discussed this yesterday because a story came out that said like 90% of Gen Z people love communal dining. They love to go to a restaurant where you like share a table with a bunch of other people.
They don't talk at all. They just look at their phones.
They love the idea of eating with strangers, which I hate. I hate this idea. Jason says, I'd have to say, I'm not a big fan of it either. But when you go to Epcot at the Germany Pavilion, it's all communal dining. I think that might just be a German thing too, right? Like, because when I see, this is not a good example, but when I see Oktoberfest, it's a lot of picnic tables and people like eating together and hanging out together. When we ate there a couple of years ago, Jason says, we sat down with the head of maintenance for Wrigley Field in Chicago, and it was very interesting talking with him and his family, says Jason. So he's saying, I don't even like it by default, but you can get interesting conversations out of it. Well, yeah. I mean, of course, people are interesting. That's one of the best parts about it. But the problem is, for the 5% of people that are interesting, that would lead to a great conversation, 95% of these people that you're going to end up sitting down next to are going to be goofy, dorky people who have no interest in conversations. You're never going to get the woman who goes, what are you guys up to? And you go, well, we're just having some fun. We're here to see the Beach Boys and having some food in Germany right now in Epcot. And then the woman goes, I'm here because I met a man who's going to kill me on a fetish website.
This is my last day on Earth, so I figured this theme park.
Although I'm glad you talked to me today because I am having some hesitation about this whole thing. You don't get that. You don't usually get that. Over to this person who says, hi, Sean, to tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Not complaining or anything. That usually leads to a complaint. But I just wanted to let you know so you don't get in trouble that when you mute songs for copyright in YouTube, you're a little behind with it. Many times during commercials, you're a little late muting it. Just try to help you out. And thank you for the email. The thing is, there's a certain period of time where I have to mute stuff for those of you who watch on YouTube. It's like over 5 seconds, any copyrighted content. So sometimes you hear a little bit before, sometimes you hear a little bit after. We have a whole mute system set up to handle this for the streaming folks.
Very expensive.
But thank you very much for being on the lookout for all of this. Very, very much appreciated. Hello, and thank you to Kevin D, a new Secret Shows subscriber, and also Lisa F for jumping on board. You can learn more yourself about Secret Shows over on thenewsjunkie.com. Okay, we have a lot of stuff to uncover. This is just the first hour of the show. When we come back, a hot air balloon nightmare. If you've ever had any interest in riding in a hot air balloon, I think what you hear next on the show may make you reconsider. But stick with us because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's never been easier to listen to Real Radio 104.1 wherever you go. Make us your number one preset on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic stop and go due to an accident. I-4 westbound approaching Florida's Turnpike. 2 left lanes are blocked there. Traffic's backed up from John Young Parkway. You're going to run into some slowdowns on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. There's a crash on US 27 northbound before Florence Villa Grove, slowing things down a bit. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Rasmussen University is where passion meets education, offering over 60 career-focused programs ranging from nursing and early childhood education to business and IT. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up, there's a path here built for your goals. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
Hello? By the way, hang on. Pause. Go mic mute. Can I unmute this?
Would you watch that video?
Do you think I would watch the video?
I don't know. I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
I don't want to be with someone that would watch that video.
You don't want to be with someone who would watch that video? I'd watch that video.
Well, you better start collecting your shit.
You better start what?
Collect your stuff so you can get out. Okay, I'll lock you in.
No, don't. What? That's mean. You're going to make one of those videos of me, aren't you?
I don't want to ever see anything like that.
Why are you judging me then? I'm the news junkie. I have to watch videos.
Oh.
What? What? Go ahead, say it.
Are you a sadist?
I just have to watch things to know what's going on.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
You want to see a video of somebody dying?
You didn't even watch that one Vietnamese video.
Which one? What Vietnamese video?
The butcher one.
The butcher one?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's weird that you watched it, though.
You talked about it.
It's weird that you watched it.
I didn't watch it.
You sounds like you watched it.
I've never watched anyone die until you showed me that one video, and I didn't give you consent to that.
I got a playlist for you. I'm gonna show you so many people dying. There'll be people dying this way and that way. Little people, big people.
You need more emotion. Yeah.
You sure you want to be saying this right now?
Yeah.
Better get on out of here.
Run as fast as I can.
From what?
You.
Better watch yourself.
Or what?
Or I'm gonna KILLU.
Did you hear that, guys?
No, they don't know what's going on. They don't. I said it in code. I said it in code. I said it in a code. You think they're gonna be able to figure out that code?
If they can spell.
Get out of here. Better watch yourself. Don't insult me on camera.
I didn't insult you. I asked you a question.
You want to apologize?
No.
No. She's rude. She's very rude. said, I don't want to be with somebody who would want to see that video. But I want to see the video a little bit. What am I supposed to do about that?
I wasn't even paying attention. What was the video about? Like, I heard you saying it, but I didn't...
The video was about a woman in the UK who flew to Florida and wanted a guy to kill her, allegedly. And then the guy was asking her for consent to kill her, and she's like crying and stuff, and then he stabs her and kills her. And it's pretty brutal. Little bit of torture. 2 minutes. She clearly didn't grow up on Rotten.com. Tell me about it. I mean, the thing she was talking about, just for full clarity here, one day I was like, check this out. And it was these teenagers, these absolute losers, animals, driving a car, and they see a guy in Las Vegas on a bicycle. Guy's minding his own business, riding the bicycle. The teenagers are like, ah! And they drive and crash in to the guy on the bicycle on purpose. And I go, can you believe they did that? And she goes, is the guy okay? And I go, no, the guy on the bicycle died. And she started crying, and she said, I've never seen anybody die. Why did you show me that? You didn't have consent to show me somebody dying. And I said, he's not dying in the video. He got hit. It led to his death, but it's not like, like, seems very different. Who's right, chat? Sean, if I'm right, Courtney, if Courtney's right. Who's right in this situation? Sean, if I'm right, Courtney, if Courtney's right. I need help. Austin, what the hell, man? Thank you, Cosidius. So many of you are traitors, and I will remember this. I'll never forget this. To the people who say Sean, thank you, Tanya. To the few who say Sean, I'll remember that and I'll support you. Unbelievable. All right, we're coming back. There's a professional show going on here, by the way. Professional grade.
Block.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Reese Impact Windows are guaranteed for life and transferable when you sell. ReeseWindows.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Mainlining today's top stories. You're listening to the news junkie, Sean Wasson.
We appreciate you. And if you want to chime in with whatever's on your mind, you could do that. Go over to the website. It's thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. Of all the things on my list of things that I don't want to do, I think this might be approaching the top. I don't understand the draw. I mean, I guess on a simple level I do. But when people are like, I'm going to go hot air ballooning, I always wonder, like, what? Other than there might be some beautiful views or something, it seems like the dumbest way in the world to travel. It seems like you get into this very, very shaky sometimes hot air balloon. You go up in the air and you look at some things, but you could be taken out by anything.
And it's so slow. It's like you are seeing how you're going to die in so many different ways. Now, mind you, I could see myself saying, yeah, I'll do it in my early 20s. Just like skydiving, just like bungee jumping.
Those are all on my no
but
list.
Now as I get older, I'm like, I'm good.
No, thank you.
I'll watch the videos on an Oculus or something.
Yeah. You guys might be able to find out some more details about this, but it was in Mexico. These people went on a tour in a hot air balloon. They're flying along, and it goes too low, and they all duck down in the hot air balloon. I don't know why they're laughing and smiling and stuff, because they all duck down. They get stuck in the trees.
Who is in charge of this?
Some man who has some sort of hot air balloon license, I hope. They get completely covered in branches and stuff from the tree.
Tree on fire now?
And then finally the guy hits the little fire thing.
Not on my birthday.
Somebody said, not on my birthday. That ain't happening on my birthday. What are you guys smiling about? What the hell are you smiling about? You're in a hot air balloon and you're getting teabagged back down to planet Earth. This is not good news. This is not fun times.
When you call it a method of travel, do people use hot air balloons to get from point A to point B? Isn't it really more of just to go up in the air and look at stuff kind of ordeal?
Do you have any control of direction besides up and down?
Yeah, you have to have a pilot license.
Is there?
For hot air ballooning?
But I don't remember ever seeing wings on it, or do you just go with the wind?
It's funny because it seems so eccentric. Like, could you imagine if C-Lane, if you did it for a week, if you flew a hot air balloon to work for a week, it would be the talk of the town. Everybody would be like, that C-Lane guy's quite weird. He takes a hot air balloon to work.
And he's been late 2 hours every show.
It's not exactly rapid, right?
I think there is some amount of control, Sabrina. I think it has to do with, like, you're catching wind in different directions at different altitudes.
Right.
So you really,
oh God,
it's not very accurate, I think. And there was recently just a picture of some hot air balloon trip that had gone a little awry. Not as bad as ending up in trees like this group did, but they just ended up on like a road.
Yeah,
like these people were driving around and they're like, oh, I guess this hot air balloon is landing here where we're trying to drive. Because it doesn't have a choice.
Like, I know planes can crash and cars can crash and there's risks in all of these things that we do, but the hot air balloon thing, it's just, what are we even doing here? And they're all like, the fact that they're all filming, this to me, like,
it doesn't look very comfortable.
No, they're ducking down in the little basket below this as they get dragged through the trees in this hot air balloon.
Hornet's nest. Snake.
It would be even worse.
If there was a hornet's nest, I would dive out of that thing.
The lady at the end's like, not on my birthday.
Not on my birthday.
Yeah, not on my birthday.
Definitely on your birthday.
My God, man, don't do this stuff to yourself. What are you doing? If you've been on one of these adventures and it's gone wrong, let us know. Send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com.
Maybe the chick that said not on my birthday, it really wasn't her birthday. It was the other girl's birthday, and she was just gloating that, no, it wouldn't happen on my birthday, but your birthday sucks.
I got to tell you, for me, I look at this and go, if this was 50 years ago, no social media, is anybody on the hot air balloon laughing? Or are they all like, instead of like being in the moment and filming their viral video, or being out of the moment, I guess you could say, I wonder if this was 50 years ago, people would all be like, oh my God, like we're dying. I bring it back to this instance I had when we went on as a family, Lookout Mountain. My father was like, we're going to Lookout Mountain. If you remember the story about when I left the crayons on the dashboard of my father's vehicle, and he yelled at me, this was that same day. And there was a failure of the Lookout Mountain tram that goes up the side of the mountain. We're like 3/4 up the mountain, way, way, way off the ground. We would have died instantly if anything happened. And the cable from one of the cars started smashing against the side of our car. And it smashed out a couple of the windows. And everybody on the cable car on Lookout Mountain was crying. I was too young. I didn't know what was going on, so I wasn't scared at all. I had no idea what was going on. I was not scared at all. But my sister and my mom were crying, and everybody on the thing were crying and praying, and I'm just sitting there going,
This is
I'm
awesome.
looking around. I'm like, what's happening right now? And I'll never forget, like, everybody around me crying and praying and stuff. And now I feel like if I was in that same exact incident, it would be more like it was on this hot air balloon, and people would just be pulling out their phones and be, whoa, this is crazy, man.
If I look at it through my phone, it won't be as real.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's it. That's what people are actually doing. It's like, this is like me watching the world on a little screen as opposed to being the real human in this moment. That's really a lot of what's going on in the United States of America, at least. It's like everything is a story playing out on our phones and not like, oh, hey, this is bad right now.
This was a bad idea.
I could die if this ends up going even worse. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get into some of those in just a moment here. There's a lot of other stuff on the Epstein front. I guess people are talking about the Epstein files floating out there. We'll get to those at some point in time, including what are the people who has been wrapped up in this Larry Summers said in a classroom. I might as well work this in here because this is related. This week in things falling out of the sky. This happened this week in Kolwezi, Congo. There was a flight that was attempting to land, and things didn't exactly go well. I'll put this up on See It Now so you can see the visual. But this plane is doing its best to make its way toward the ground, as one might imagine. And I don't know how, but somehow this thing landed safely. It really actually landed safely. Here is when it's coming down. The footage is crazy. Again, I'll put this up on See It Now. It overshoots the runway. First, it seems like, oh, okay, that's not good.
Okay.
Real rough.
I would be screaming.
All right,
Are
very
they
loud.
Still filming this.
Crash landing. Dirt flying up all around the plane.
They're not slowing down at all. Oh my God.
Wow, that was an abrupt stop.
Yeah.
And it finally skids to a halt on this commercial flight that ended up crashing in the Congo. And the person just filmed it the whole time. They filmed it. This is what happens now. It is wild, but people are like, well, about to die. Might as well get a viral video. And they record whatever the moment is. I'm taking this and putting it up on See It Now so I could share the visual with you. And let's see here. Yeah, I mean, that would have freaked me out. I don't know that I would have had my phone up and recording, but plane crash recording is what it says, as you could go take a peek yourself at what happened here in the Congo over on See It Now. It's the See It Now section of the website, which is thenewsjunkie.com. All right. Let's see here. Let's work in a dispatcher. So here is Popcorn talking about the hot air balloon rides. Hello?
Hot air balloon topic. C-Lane brings up that there is some type of licensing that you have to get, and I've heard that is accurate. I have no idea what kind of testing they go through. I honestly don't know how they control them aside from up and down either, other than maybe knowing the winds or guessing which way the wind's going to blow. I'm not real sure. I guess I'm pretty lucky in that we've tried to go on one of these things like 3 or 4 times since I moved up here to Nashville.
Why?
And apparently it's super, super fickle. Every time we've gone, we have to get up at like 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. so we can be somewhere before sunrise to go take off. And it supposedly is beautiful. I'm sure that it is. But every time we've tried to go, it's been either the winds were too high, it was too overcast and foggy, the sight lines weren't good. It's always been like a weather or wind issue every single time. And being afraid of heights, I guess, like I said, lucky that has fallen through every time. But however, I do want to check this off my list a little less now after this Chinaman story. Tip your hot air balloon navigators?
Yeah, you better.
Pilots.
Yeah, the hot air balloon pilots. Just thinking about how dangerous it is. Like, you don't, even if you say that you have like a pilot's license, you don't have any kind of exact control over a hot air balloon. Never, because it's based on the uplift, right? And then a little bit of like forward trajectory you're able to control, but they never come down perfectly. It's always like that's why you're in that big ass springed basket that's on the thing. No, thank you, friend. That's a big fat no from me. But maybe you disagree. Let us know. Send your email over at tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, put that right up on top. If you want to send in a audio or video dispatch, you can do that too. How? Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. Quick break. We're getting geared up. Before too long, we'll do the next episode. We also have a bunch of stuff and a piece of television news that will make history, I think. More details on what's happening with the Epstein stuff. Is that going to be released today? We'll let you know if there's anything interesting going on. But next, an 11-year-old. An 11-year-old. He is being chased by a black bear. What led to this and what happened to him? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Me a happy birthday.
So did I.
And you did. He didn't.
Ryan did not.
I'll get you a cream pie for your birthday.
So gross.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic's starting to get by a little bit better now. I-4 westbound approaching Florida's Turnpike. That accident's been cleared up. Just look out for some residual delays in that area. There's an accident getting cleared up on State Road 434 at 1792. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways there. On the major roadways, you won't be running into any trouble. Just some typical delays piling up here. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by National Defense Industrial Association.
I'm Vice Admiral Sean Buck, President of NTSA, inviting you to the world's largest modeling and simulation event, ITSEC 2025, December 1st through the 4th in Orlando. Register now at iitsec.org.
Your favorite band live, first chord hits. That's a thrill. But for the accident attorneys at Farah and Farah, what thrill beats them all?
It's the thrill of the win. But I've been there when the worry is real, when the bills pile up, when the pain doesn't quit, and getting the call that says, "We came through for you." That's huge. It's about seeing that weight lift, helping folks walk out better.
Hello, hello. Welcome behind the scenes. Hello, Avendosora. I think I may have made it worse with the nose spray today. I went too far. Actually works against you. Forrest, what do you got going on over there? Just finding a job. Oh, okay. Godspeed. Okay.
This Thanksgiving, as you gather with family and stories are passed from one generation to the next,
Into this.
to honor the Florida farmers that help bring your meal to life with fresh local produce straight to your table. When you
Robot
shop
story.
with the Florida logo, it's more than a label, it's a promise of pride and love for the land. Visit
Robot story incoming. And a good one today, I think. Sounds like a fun birthday. I hope you're not talking about the hot air balloon thing. Because no. All right, 3 minutes and we're coming back live on the show. Yes or no question here. All right, yes or no question. Do we think anything jaw-dropping, any bombshells are going to come out of this Epstein files release? Yes or no, Chad? Do we think we're going to have any sexy news, any bombshells, any big drama? Or is it just going to be a bunch of like, more of the same email? Nothing shocking. Yes or no? A nah? Are we going to have any bombshells? out of the Epstein release that finally looks like it's going through? No. Nah. See, I agree. I agree with all of you so far. I feel like if there was anything colossal, it would have leaked out already. It would have leaked out during the Biden administration when nobody released these files. It would have leaked out at some other point in time, but it hasn't. I don't think it is. BDMX-Con says, yeah, a few executives will step down, like Larry Summers. We'll talk about him in a bit. That's the only head that's rolled. Larry Summers, who is an Obama and Clinton guy. It would have already leaked out? Yeah. 90 seconds. I think that's accurate. I think it would have already leaked out if there was some crazy bombshell stuff. I see the tech journalist Kara Swisher, and she's like, this is it. Trump's going to resign. We're going to have President J.D. Vance. This is finally it. We finally got to a moment. With all due respect, I think that is fucking crazy. Like, I don't know how deluded you have to be to think like that's how this is going to play out. I would bet all of the money that it does not go that way. I would bet all of it. Okay, back in a second.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list. Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Hey, it's Ed Helms, host of Snafu, my podcast about history's greatest screw-ups. On our new season, we're bringing you a new snafu every single episode.
32 lost nuclear weapons? You're like, wait, stop? What?
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of history, a whole lot of funny, and a whole lot of fabulous guests. Paul Scheer, Angela and Jenna, Nick Kroll, Jordan Klepper. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Snafu with Ed Helms, and listen now.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junkie.
Old and a black bear is chasing you full speed. That's what happened to this kid. We're going to hear from him and hear his story in just a moment on the show. We'll also get to your feedback here before too long. Don't worry.
At 11, I could probably run faster than, not than a black bear, but I'm just saying. No
shot,
calm down. I said I could run faster than I can now. I mean, I would have a better shot at surviving at 11 than right now.
This should be easy to find out. Black bear full speed. It's got to be faster than humans, right? Black bears are a big old animal that, even with all the weight, I feel like they're
around 30 miles an hour.
Damn. I can't go that fast. Yeah, I can't get up to that speed, I don't think.
I think Michael Scott got there.
Yeah, or so he thought based on the information that he was provided. But in this case, this is real. An 11-year-old, this little kid, he was in Pennsylvania, and a black bear starts chasing him. And so he looks around, he doesn't know what to do, and he goes screaming into a dollar store, and the bear follows him into the dollar store. This bear makes his way to the dollar store.
Oh, my gosh. The bear must have done tens of dollars worth of damage.
It probably did, yeah. Bear jumps in. Let's see what happened here. Here's KDKA with the story. Let's listen.
Hey, at County now, take a look at this. An 11-year-old boy runs into the family dollar store in Markleysburg with that black bear right behind him.
It's huge.
The bear charged through the front door, sending the boy and the cashier scrambling for cover. That boy is now telling Shelley Bortz he knows he's lucky to be alive.
Of course he is.
I'm probably going to get eaten by a bear. That's how 11-year-old.
Oh, God, this kid. I was like, I'm probably going to get eaten by a bear. He's doing his interview in his Cabela's camouflage hoodie here, this kid. He's chased by the bear. Now he's getting the interview.
Cole Frazee describes the moment he says he'll never forget. He and his dad stopped to grab a few things at this Family Dollar in Markleysburg. Cole went outside to see what was taking his dad so long, and that's when he saw it, a black bear looking right at him. At first, Cole thought it was going to turn around. Instead, it started chasing him.
And when it runs after me, I turn around, I run in the store. I'm like screaming and stuff.
Yeah.
This thing was like 1.5 feet away from me. I took a left and the bear went straight.
Cole says his heart was pounding as he raced up and down the aisles trying to escape the bear.
You know, it's funny. In the history of this show, I've done so many stories about people encountering bears, and I always forget if you're supposed to get real big or get real small. I forget every single time. So I would just run. That would be my reaction. And it seems like he was jiving and stuff back and forth, and he tricked the bear. The bear went into the dollar store or something.
The only other person inside the store was the cashier.
Great.
So he ran to her for help. She grabbed Cole, and they both jumped on top the counter to get a better view. The moment the bear turned and walked toward the back of the store, they saw their only chance.
She grabbed her coat, the keys, and the phone, and we ran out of there. And when we ran out of there, we all got in the car.
She grabbed her coat, the keys, and the phone. He got a little accent, this guy, this young dude in Pennsylvania here. And I have a question. They said the only person inside the dollar store was the cashier. Where did Dad go? He's waiting for Dad.
He's like, I got 3 more kids.
Was this Dad's moment where he went out to get smokes and never came back? Because he's waiting for Dad. He's like, Dad has been in the dollar store forever. When he goes in there, it's only the cashier, and he brings the bear in there.
Seconds later, the bear returns to the front of the store, and that's when the video captures it leaping over the counter where Cole had just been.
Jesus.
The bear stayed inside the store for about 10 minutes, wandering around, before finally finding its way out. Meantime, outside, sitting in a locked car, Cole says he finally felt safe.
Nice.
I was kind of relieved. It was definitely a crazy experience.
An experience.
Gave up on
crazy experience. My dad said he was going to teach me the whole word, but he never came back.
They didn't come back to finish the lesson. He said it's a crazy experiment. It just completely, it just died out on that word there.
I did, to clarify what you were confused with earlier, ask Google what to do when you encounter a black bear.
Mm-hmm.
It says, when encountering a black bear, the first thing it says is stay calm. Screw you.
No, I'm freaking out no matter what.
Stay calm, make noise, and here's what this kid had wrong. Avoid running.
Oh, no.
Slowly back away, but if the bear approaches, stand your ground, make yourself look as large as possible, and be prepared to fight back if it attacks.
How does the may I meet you strategy work in the case of the black bear in the public?
I think that creeping the bear out is not something that has been tried yet, so there's not a lot of data.
Listen to the kid give up on that word.
Outside, sitting in a locked car, Cole says he finally felt safe.
I was kind of relieved. It was definitely a crazy experiment.
Experiment.
Oh, God. He's alive. He's alive. He did it. The bear didn't get him. This round, the bear does not win. I'll put this up on See It Now because the footage is pretty incredible, and I want you to see it when you get an opportunity over on the website. So you go to thenewsjunkie.com. You'll see the menu there. Inside the menu, you'll see It Now. What does that mean? Well, that's how, if I'm talking about something that's visual, I can show it to you. I can put it up there and break down the barrier. Bear in dollar store is what I'm titling it, and you can go see for yourself over on thenewsjunkie.com right now.
It's wild. He meant experience, but it came out as experiment, which is what his dad would have been if that bear had gotten any closer.
Nice.
I see. Somebody emailing about hot air balloons, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Sean, in my youth, I worked for a hot air balloon company in Pennsylvania. They would change the takeoff location so that the balloon would land near a specific spot. Wind is a major factor. Yeah, I know it is. I know it is, sir. Because one time we tried to launch a bong into space, and Sea Lane's wind calculations were garbage.
No, the wind calculations were right.
Our
The
bomb didn't go into space at all.
The ceiling of the balloon was garbage, and
Also,
it didn't get high enough.
We had calculations for one particular thing as far as weight, and we had to take the bong out, I believe, the last 10 minutes before we launched. Don't you remember?
There was a meeting. Yes, there was a meeting with the suits the morning of or the day before, and pretty dumb meeting.
It was the morning of.
And then we ended up doing, we changed something, but it didn't matter because the bong we sent to space and our balloon barely went over the road nearby and then crashed into an apartment building.
That we didn't have access to. I believe it's still there.
Yeah, it was not a success. It just wasn't a success, just in case you're wondering. He says this company would try to land near a specific restaurant for the passengers to have breakfast. Oh, that's cool. So the morning of the flight, I would get a call to a location to help set up the balloon. It was a 5 to 10 mile radius starting point. The passengers would be driven to the location of the takeoff and go for a 2-hour sunrise flight. After takeoff, we would then follow the balloon to its eventual landing location. Occasionally, they would completely miss the intended location. Yes, there are lots of weather restrictions. I believe there were more cancellations due to weather than successful flights. And thank you for the email, Andrew. Appreciate that. We'll get to more of your responses on everything today, and those are coming up in just a bit. Everything that you've missed here visually is over on See It Now, so take a peek at that. Want to get to a couple reactions on the Epstein front. Do we need to go to break, C-Line, or is that okay?
Needed a spot there.
Okay. That's fine. I just want to make sure that wasn't me now, because I never know, and then I'm rambling, and then we go too far. Marjorie Taylor Greene talked about the Epstein release stuff, but she's kind of been at odds with the Trump administration a little bit. She's kind of changed her tune on a lot of things. Let's see what she says.
I was called a traitor by a man that I fought for 6 years for. And I gave him my loyalty for free. I won my first election without his endorsement, beating 8 men in a primary.
Uh-oh.
And I've never owed him anything, but I fought for him for the policies and for America first. And he called me a traitor for standing with these women and refusing to take my name off.
Oh, these must be the Epstein victims.
Let me tell you what a traitor is. A traitor is an American that serves foreign countries and themselves. A patriot is an American that serves the United States of America and Americans like the women standing behind me.
All right, so she's saying, I guess she wants the files to be released. Well, that seems like everybody's on the same page then, if that's the case. I think there was only one guy, right? There was only one dude who was like, no, I must vote against this. I don't want their information to be released. He was the only person who was like the outsider on that.
And that tweet that he posted on X, there was a bunch of people that like did the community notes thing on it, saying like, oh, well, the bill actually says this, and there's a whole like back and forth about it. Apparently, claims he wanted the files released, like he wasn't trying to hide them. He just didn't like the method. He didn't like the process.
So then even he was supportive of the files being released, just he was worried about like some of the stuff to do with the release itself.
According to what he said.
All right, real quick, before we figure out what's coming up on the next episode, put this on the Mo list, please. I want to know, is this illegal? It probably should be.
All right.
I think you guys may agree, but I'm not sure. A video that's going mega viral today. Hang on. It's going as viral as one could possibly imagine on all of the platforms.
Facebook,
for good reason.
Instagram, Twitter. Y'all see this?
It features a guy walking around, and the video says, keeping the homeless in the streets safe. 100 prayer emoji. Keeping the homeless in the streets safe. The guy.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Need some protection out here. You know what I'm saying? Here.
The guy is handing out machetes to all of the hobos.
Okay. All right.
In the town that he's out. He's going up to all of these homeless people on the streets, and he has machetes and brand new packaging.
That seems like a bad idea.
And he's just handing out machetes to all these people. Can you do that?
I think you can.
Really?
I don't know what law you'd be breaking.
Well, you can't walk around in public with a weapon like that.
Well,
there's only like a certain length of knife you could have in your pocket without getting in trouble.
If I have a machete and I'm carrying an unsheathed machete around in public, am I breaking a law right there? Like, I guess I would say if I'm open carrying a machete,
unless you're by a bushel you're trying to chop down.
This guy is handing them out brand new in the packaging to all of these hobos on the street. And they're like, oh, thank you. And it's like, what happens next? What goes on? Why TF would anybody do that, says Dwayne. I don't know. Clout? Clicks online?
Technically, these are sheathed.
Yeah, they're in the packaging.
And I'm getting a vibe that packaging is the really tough kind
welded
to get
plastic,
through.
Yeah.
Where it's like not even
like
scissors.
a CD?
Yeah, they can't get through.
I like the first guy that he throws it to. He's got his area out here on the street side. He takes the machete from the dude and he just throws it into the pile on his couch. Put it over here. All right.
It with the other stuff.
And some of them were like so thankful. They're like, oh man, thank you. Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much.
For one of these.
I've needed a machete out on the streets. The machete ferry, says Nolan. Yeah. The machete ferry, though, seems like a bad idea. It seems like the outcomes that arise from this are not going to be great for the city involved. But I want that on the list for our attorney, Mo DeWitt, to see if this is something that would be illegal to do.
And this social media user has so much money, so many views, enough to buy more machetes for other homeless people.
Hold on. The person is... Okay, I don't want to give him a promo for this because that's bad.
Just give us the amount of subscribers.
I will. Hang on. Let's just see if they're doing some level of success or not. Oh, God. It's giving me it's trying to correct it because it's a very weird thing. Okay, I'll get it here in the meantime. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and tell you what's going on in the next episode. In fact, what is coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Either something is wrong or we missed the 2025 update on what's Metal AF list, but Slipknot has tied the knot on a big, fat catalog deal. Good news for demons in the UK. School is banning any and all K-pop hunters from campus. Plus, we bid a final Ay Caramba to yet another fallen classic Simpsons character. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
5.7 million views, so you probably barely made back the money for the machetes. And I guess it's not the only time he's done it. I've got more. Oh, my God. Oh, God. I got more from this guy. We'll get to that, too. It's all coming up next on the News Chunky.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. At 9, it's Real Laughs, followed by Real Music Weekends at 10 on Real Radio 104.1 and on your free iHeartRadio app.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Wednesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we'll see more sunshine along with some warm temperatures. Plan for a high of around 83 degrees in Orlando, which is still well above our normal high of around 78 degrees that we typically see for this time of year. We'll stay sunny, dry, and quiet all the way towards the end of this week and into the weekend. We'll see highs right around the mid-80s as we head to our Saturday, Sunday, and possibly into the start of the holiday week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida West Fallujah Emergency. HCA Florida West Fallujah Emergency in DeLand is now open. Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com to learn more. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Lake Monroe Hospital. This is not...
Hello. Hang tight.
Dude spends a lot of time around homeless people.
That's what I noticed. I'm going to save his account here.
Like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping high. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Your ticket to big savings is that big blue envelope in your mailbox. Valpak. It's brimming with deals from big name brands and your favorite local spots. Dining, services, stuff you're already buying, all for less.
Okay.
Surprises just for opening it. Or save even faster with mobile coupons you can
We got more from the guy who gave the hobos machetes, believe it or not. Some interesting additional information coming up.
If you've been thinking about upgrading your windows or patio doors,
Huh?
now is the perfect time because Renewal by Anderson's Black Friday sales event is here. For a limited time, get 20% off all replacement windows and patio doors. And here's the really big news.
How are ya?
And pay nothing for 2 full years. That's right, 0 down and 0 payments until 2027. Renewal by Anderson's acclaimed impact windows and doors are built for Florida.
2 minutes and we're back live.
Heat, humidity, and hurricanes while helping you save on energy bills year-round. And with their smart sunglass, you'll enjoy natural light while reducing heat loss.
Hey to everybody, if you don't mind, I hope this isn't too much to ask. If you're watching the stream on YouTube right now, I'll give you a second to do this. If you're watching the stream over on YouTube right now, can you please hit the like button? That would be greatly appreciated. If you could just hit the like button over on YouTube, raise things up and spread the word a little bit. Please do. Hi, Amy. 2 minutes. Man, there's nothing more I just want to see the world burn than giving hobos machetes. There's nothing more. Like, I'm just here to see the chaos. And sanity. Everybody who hits the thumbs down, permabanned. Swear to God. You hit the thumbs down, you're permabanned. Can you guys just support for once? Can you support without the trolling? Can you just spread the word? Can you hit the damn like button? 5 seconds of your time. Please. 1 minute. Make me chatter of the day and I'll thumbs up. I don't negotiate with terrorists, first of all. Second of all, if you don't want me to nuke you out of orbit, you will take 1 moment of your time, spend $0, and you will like the stream. Or you will suffer the consequences. Thank you, Weeds Consumer. Ow. Ow. I ran into the thing. All right, more info coming in on the Cruz murder mystery, more info on Epstein, more info on the machete guy, and the next episode.
Right now, you save $75. One fix.
Here we go.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Everdoor's Forever Springs last for life. And right now, you save $75. One fix, forever covered. That's Everdoor peace of mind. Lock it in today at everdoor.com. Everdoor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This
All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And one thing I wanted to work in real quick before we get to feedback, dispatches, emails, all that good stuff. C-Lane, what did you say? Somebody, were they texting earlier about mailbox money? Where was that
Matt in Port St. Lucie said he got his mailbox monies from Ticketmaster,
Mm-hmm.
And it was like $63.
Nice. You see? This is why you go fishing. You listen to the show. We tell you about mailbox money. You fill out stuff for these class action things. And then before you know it, free money headed your way. So congrats to him. This is why, one of the extra little reasons why you listen to the show, I hope, because you got a chance to get a little mailbox money thanks to our info. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Chocolate salty balls.
Candy.
Put them in your mouth and...
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com. That's his website. And that's where you get the process started towards peace of mind. Right there at your fingertips. If you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, New Year is upon us. And does that mean new home? Well, work with someone who's got your back, who's going to explain the mortgage process to you, lift the curtain on the mortgage business because he wants you to know how it works. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com to start said process today.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Sean, if you could peep the group chat, I believe I just, right in time, got the throwback for today, on this day clip.
Okay.
So points to everybody. But
The secret of life lies hidden in the genetic code.
45 years ago?
Genes are fundamental in determining the characteristics
Oh, don't
of an
talk about
individual
genes.
and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations. Occasionally, certain conditions produce a structural change in the gene, which will bring about the process of evolution.
Who is this again?
This may occur in one or more of the following ways. Firstly, by selective mating, in which a single gene type proves superior in transmitting its genes to future generations. Secondly, by gene drift, in which certain genes may
A weird
fade away.
commercial.
Or
It just kind of goes on, too.
the genes persist. And finally, by natural selection, which filters out those genes better equipped than others to endure in the environment.
Right.
This may result in the origin of an entirely new species.
Wow.
Which brings us to Calvin's and the survival of the fittest.
Calvin Klein jeans.
Calvin Klein jeans.
Calvin Klein. And the problem was CBS TV banned this commercial with Brooke Shields because she was 15, asking the camera, do you know what comes between me and my Calvins? Nothing.
That's a little weird.
And here we are. Was it? No, it was American Apparel. Or it was American Eagle.
American Eagle, yeah.
Wow. So I guess it was Calvin Klein and Brooke Shields that walked so they could run.
They banned the commercial because she implied she wasn't wearing underwear?
I guess so. And she was 15.
Well, I mean...
Then they made that lengthy one.
They should have banned the commercial because it was too long. Yeah.
Way too long. And now we've got some more trouble in 2025. A school in the UK across the pond has banned pupils from singing songs from K-pop demon hunters.
Oh, that makes sense. That's big.
It's against Christianity and its ethos. According to BBC News, teachers at the, get ready for it, thought my high school was weirdly named, Lilliput Church of England Infant School in Poole, Dorset.
Infant school?
For babies.
All right. The literal babies are singing K-pop demon hunter songs?
Yeah, and they can't pass the class until they can hold a number 2 pencil. 9. They sent a message to parents to say that some people were deeply uncomfortable with references to demons. It is reported that this was because they associate them with spiritual forces opposed to God and goodness. Simple as that. Later on, head teacher Lloyd Allington shared an update on the feedback he had received from parents. Some highlighted the positive messages in the tracks from Netflix hit animated fantasy, and then some of the challenging themes, like the demons and the hunting of said demons. It's also worth noting K-pop Demon Hunters is still the most watched film in Netflix history.
Damn.
Just not at the, Lilliput Church of England Infant School in Poole, Dorset.
So, my God, just embrace it. The kids are going to watch it regardless, okay?
Yeah, they're not going to watch The Simpsons, especially if they're fans of, and wait for it, Alice Glick.
I hate this story.
Why?
I hate this story because
Are you sad? You're a big fan?
No,
I
they
don't
always
remember
do
Alex.
this. They always do this stupid little trick, and I don't know if I'm supposed to blame the media, probably, or The Simpsons, probably.
Is there like one outlet that seems to thrive on this? Because every time this comes up, it's a big, fat, double nothing burger.
Yes,
I mean, was she controversial?
They'll say The Simpsons killed off a character after 35 seasons, and you go, oh no. And so, like, The Simpsons just killed off a character introduced in 1991. Simpsons permanently kills off longtime character. Simpsons confirmed character is dead as a doornail after 35 seasons, on and on and on.
It was
and
during a sermon.
You always go like, oh, who is the character from The Simpsons that they killed off? And it's always somebody you never really knew. It's dumb.
So we should not believe it.
No, I believe it.
Simpsons grain of salt.
I believe it, but I think like the media hypes it, and the Simpsons kind of play into it, and they go, "We will kill off a character forever."
You want to know? You want to know what's even stupider about this story? I read it, and it looked like this is not even the first time this character's died.
No.
That's true.
Well,
yeah, they killed her 2 times, I think.
They had or have another organist named Gertie, and she was the one behind the keys during the Simpsons moment in history. It was the 17-minute hymn that Bart changed the music to. Remember that, guys?
Oh my God, who doesn't remember that?
Caramba.
So apparently the organist in Springfield's church have to sleep with one eye open. I don't remember her at all.
I get it. It works because everybody shares it. And they go, oh my God, a major character from Simpsons died. But like, just kill off Bart or something. Do something exciting over there.
That would be
Don't
bold.
Have Bart go on a fetish website to find somebody to kill him.
Yeah.
And then
it turns
Homer
out-
responds.
No, Lisa responds.
Lisa responds, and she's like, I've hated you the whole time. Consent to me killing you, all right? Give me the killing consent now, please.
That's super dark, man. This is what we really have to do. Don't kill or murder. Just sell off your music catalog for millions and millions.
I haven't had this one in a while.
Of dollars. This one's strange because I don't know if fans would call it metal or is this the new you're going mainstream? But Slipknot has now sold a majority stake in their music catalog.
Really?
For a whole lot of money. Harbor
Gonna
View.
be on Adidas commercials and stuff in no time.
Oh, just wait. Or new iPod. That doesn't make any sense. The exact terms were not disclosed, but Billboard previously reported that it's worth roughly...
Is that a guy named Bill Board or...
Super Board.
William F. Board.
How much do you think it went for? This is also, rumors, but let's
in the
go with
world of metal music like that, is there anybody really bigger than Slipknot? They're pretty big. They're
25 years.
Yeah.
They
Psychosocial.
What?
It's one of their songs. You would know this if you knew what Billboard was.
Well, I call him Billy.
I'm going to say, and I think
Big
you're going to
mouth
hate
Billy
me,
Board.
because as usual, I'm going to completely screw this up. I think $20 million.
Go ahead, Celine.
$21 million.
It's $120 million.
Really?
Points.
Yeah.
Man. Too low again.
So
That's
there
crazy.
you
That was
have
only
it.
99 million off, so...
Kate,
What were you saying, Sabrina? You think it's like, will people get mad at bands and say it's
Like
a
you're selling-
sellout, just like selling to a record label or something?
selling out, going corporate. What is this about? I mean, they do have no tour dates as of late. The last thing was them, I think, at Rockville,
Welcome to
perhaps.
Rockville.
But now they're going to go on vacation for the rest of their lives, and so will their great grandchildren, I imagine. On the boob tube that I just lost. We have the 59th annual CMA Awards. Who's going to win? Who's dog in their truck? Survivor on CBS, 99 to Beat on Fox, the 4th season finale of The Morning Show on Apple TV, Champagne Problems on Netflix, and you can catch Adam Sandler and T-Pain all up on Kimmel. Follow your dreams of me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber. Most importantly, say it with me.
Smoke weed every day. Thank you, Sabrina. Kev on YouTube says, LOL, I love when Sean tries to comment on metal. He has no idea what he's talking about. Listen, bitch, let me bring your comment front and center real quick. Tell me what is wrong with this statement. My statement was, is there anybody in the metal world that rivals right now currently the success of Slipknot? I mean, I think they've got to be in the top 5 metal bands if you're using that term loosely enough to encompass Slipknot's music.
Tool.
What about that is wrong? Tell me when I talk about heavy metal, I don't know what I'm talking about. Tell me what about my statement is wrong. I'll sit here and wait for you to have no response to that because it's obvious that Slipknot is one of the biggest, most influential metal bands of the moment.
Top
I don't have to know a
American
lot.
heavy metal bands in the last, how many years? 40 years?
10, 15 years. 40 years is too much. I want to see more recently, 20 years tops.
All right, so
I would have to say
Megadeth
they're
is
up
up there. Metallica,
yeah.
System of a Down, Iron
Yeah.
Maiden, Slayer, Black Sabbath, Judas Priest, Avenged Sevenfold, Lamb of God.
I mean, is there any way on earth that
Tool.
Slayer has actually sold more albums than Slipknot? Because, I mean, everybody knows Slayer and you know the shirts and stuff, but it feels like one of those things where the actual records sold, like I would think, I wouldn't guarantee it, but I would think that
Worldwide, Slayer,
Slipknot.
over 20 million albums.
Okay, how about Slipknot?
All right, Slipknot, and that would be 30 million.
Okay, so to edge them out at least, 30 million records is a lot. This is a big band. That's what I'm saying here. What did I get wrong, pal? What? You got the money figure wrong?
You guys should meet in the pit and mosh.
Shut up.
Mosh
You got the
it
money
out.
figure. You didn't know what it was. You wouldn't have known what it was otherwise. Get out of here. All right?
I can remember.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We will, when we come back, talk about a huge change coming to your social media feed. Legitimately. I'm not super happy about this personally, but I'll explain to you what it is and how it's going to change your social media feed forever moving forward. And we got a whole lot more to get into in the second half of the show. Don't miss anything. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Tampa Bay Bucks head west for a Sunday night matchup versus the LA Rams. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. this Sunday on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. Presented by First Horizon Bank and Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hello. Kev, I'm going to ban you. All right? I don't want to, but I'm going to ban you. AC/DC and Ozzy are kind of the primordial metal. Metallica are where I think modern metal started. I think that's fair. I mean, Metallica is different than a lot of the other metal because Metallica is based on fairly clear and understandable lyrics, fairly clear choruses and verses, but metal guitar. So that was sort of the thing that I think made Metallica what they were. Like, you weren't wondering what they were saying. It wasn't a bunch of screaming. It was singing. All right, back live in a couple minutes. Welcome behind the show. Behind the scenes of the show. Behind the shows and the scenes. The Melvins. The Melvins are important because, not necessarily because of their music, but because of who their music influenced. The Melvins influenced the bands that became the grunge rock movement from 1992, 1993 to 1997 or 98. the Melvins were one of the big bands that the bands that were huge, Nirvana, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, all of these bands, if you asked them who their favorite bands were, it was the Melvins. At least one of them. Man Kickin' says, I don't think he's listening to Metallica that much. They don't scream like some of those other bands. Are you talking to me? Am I the he? Because that's not what I said. I've seen the Melvins 17 times. Damn. Folks, let's take a moment here and say hello to all the lurkers, all the people in chat that are watching, that tune in, but never say anything. Hello to you. Always, you can chime in whenever you'd like. You can just say hello. People are nice. If you don't ever want to comment, that's of course fine. But hello to all the lurkers out there. Hello to the people who do not participate in chat. Man Kickin' said, you said you can't understand them because I disagree. I mean, what's tough sometimes is I very succinctly and clearly say something, and then somebody like you in this moment, Man Kickin', just completely gets it wrong. I know you're on Twitch and you can't rewind, but if you go back to the YouTube VOD and rewind, you'll hear me very clearly state that the reason why Metallica was different and why they were differentiated from the other metal bands at the time was because Metallica's lyrics, whether they be the chorus or the verse, were clear. You could understand what James Hetfield was saying in the lyrics. Whereas other bands had verses that you couldn't hear, but choruses that you could. Or everything was kind of in that metal voice that was hard to understand. That's exactly what I said. And you got it wrong. You are wrong, sir. You are wrong. And I want an apology. Two minutes. Hey, Jillian, how are you? Good to see you, Jillian. Okay, I will definitely go back and re-listen because, go back, re-listen, and then I wait for you to humbly apologize to me. Promise you're going to apologize when you got it wrong. I try to speak clearly. I try to make my points clearly. Abraham, Dragon Friend, 30-day ban now. Instantly. 30-day perma ban, Abraham Dragon Friend. Constantly people like Abraham Dragon Friend broing up the chat. Probably sending dick pics to the ladies on Twitch. The inappropriate comments and the inappropriate behavior is unacceptable. 90 seconds. Guys, I'm so excited about the lighting. I cannot wait. The electrician came yesterday. Austin talked electronics with the electrician. There's going to be 12 dimmers for 12 different lights in here that will light this place up exactly as you would a television station. And the electrician is coming next Wednesday. Can you believe it for us?
I cannot believe that.
I know, me either. I can't believe it. Electricity is amazing. Imagine if we didn't have it. Me?
Are just $8. Only at McDonald's.
For limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Hawaii, Alaska, and California, and for delivery.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit reesewindows.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Radio. Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is...
It's the world's most viral newsroom, and believe it or not, you can even watch this show. All you have to do is go over to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. On all the talk, and I'll get through this fast if you're the people who are against the political stuff. It's just that the Epstein files final release thing is kind of pending out there. Of all the talk of people who are excited about this, I see folks, there's even one that's a pretty respected veteran tech journalist, Kara Swisher, and she's like, this is going to be it. This is going to be the scandal that takes President Trump down. And I think to myself, I'm like, do people actually believe this? Like, do you believe that if there was something so crazy and shocking like that, that it wouldn't have leaked out yet? I mean, obviously it would have. Obviously, there's been court cases and politicians are involved in investigations here. Everything leaks out. If there was some crazy bombshell, it would have leaked out. I don't agree. She's like, we got Trump this time. We're finally closing in. You're going to have a President J.D. Vance soon. I think it's game over. There's something that's going to come out in this, and it's going to be the end of things. I just think it's crazy. I don't think that's in touch with reality. I put money on it, honestly.
Does that mean that anyone on the board that was behind this, that included Democrats?
Everybody.
So they already saw said files. Is that
most of them
something, to your point, that would have been leaked through somebody talking with them? Or are they sworn to secrecy until it's all voted for and then released to the public?
All of the files that exist have been seen by someone, whether it be attorneys, judges, victims, journalists.
They're going to be redacted. They have to have been seen by somebody.
Yes, somebody saw this stuff. So if there was something just mind-blowing and you really believe this was going to be the end, like Trump is going to resign, it 1,000% would have leaked out. In fact, the only thing that I've seen so far is people on the other side who have taken shots on this, because there was a guy named Larry Summers who worked for the Obama administration and the Clinton administration.
President of Harvard, right? Or am I getting that wrong?
He works at Harvard for sure, because I have him opening his class addressing this with the students. I don't know if you can hear this or not, but here's Larry Summers talking about this.
Some of you will have seen my statement of regret.
I'll turn it up.
Expressing my shame with respect to what I did in communication with Mr. Epstein, and that I've said that I'm going to step back on public activities for a time, but I think it's very important to fulfill my teaching obligations.
He says, I think it's very important to fulfill my teaching obligations. He's talking to his class.
With your information, we're going to go forward and talk about the material.
All right, so he said, with your permission, we're going to go forward and talk about the material. This is the biggest head, and I think only head to really roll. It's Larry Summers. This is not some guy who's aligned with Trump. He's a guy who was part of Obama's administration and also, as I said, big time Clinton dude.
He was the 27th president of Harvard from 2001 to 2006.
Was he? Now he remains a professor there at the moment. He lost a bunch of other gigs. He was on the board, I think, at ChatGPT, I believe. And he's lost that gig at ChatGPT because of this. So that's one head that's rolled. And why did that head roll? Because in the emails that were released in the last week or so, he was emailing Jeffrey Epstein back and forth a lot and asking for advice. And he was like courting some woman. And he was like, how do I approach this woman? So even after Jeffrey Epstein has been convicted of things and all this stuff is out there, he was messaging him, this Larry Summers, excuse me. And he ended up getting caught in that flurry of emails. He's one of the only heads that have rolled so far. The other one is there is a politician named Stacey Plaskett who was texting with Jeffrey Epstein and taking calls with Jeffrey Epstein while she was in office and using him to try to get information when she was working in the Capitol. And that has been bad. And that is Stacey Plaskett, I believe. Look her up real quick. Stacey, Stacey, Plaskett, Plaskett. I think she's a Democrat.
Yeah. So I can't see her.
And she hasn't been fired or she hasn't quit or resigned or anything yet.
Yeah, she's Democrat.
But she was communicating with Epstein in these files. And now people are defending her communicating with Epstein. Like, here's the Democrat from Maryland, Jamie Raskin, talking about this.
Now, they want to take a former United States prosecutor, the representative of the people of the Virgin Islands, and without even going to the ethics committee, much less a court, they want to arraign her on some charges based on a newspaper article that she did something lawful. However ill-advised it may have been, she took a phone call from one of her constituents.
Now,
I don't think
Jeffrey Epstein,
the very distinguished gentleman, that if we find Jeffrey Epstein on the phone with Donald Trump, he should be impeached for it, or is that his position? Is his position that anytime Jeffrey Epstein got somebody on the phone, and he got a lot of people on the phone, that person is suddenly guilty?
I think the problem is here, I think what this guy is missing, probably for political reasons, is that this wasn't even that long ago. This wasn't like some old thing before all this information about Epstein came out. This was not even that long ago that this woman, Delegate Stacey Plaskett from the Virgin Islands, was talking back and forth in the middle of congressional testimony with Jeffrey Epstein. And I guess they talked to her about this on CNN. Here she is.
I believe that Jeffrey Epstein had information, and I was going to get information to get at the truth. Having a friendship with him is not something that I would deem to have. And so I'm just looking forward. I'm moving forward. And I think that that's what we as American people should do, is move forward. If individuals are not involved in illegal activity, extending his criminal enterprise or his financial enterprise or all of those things, I think that we need to look at what people are doing moving forward.
She says move on.
Wait, let me just better understand that. What is that point? Because at the time he was a known sex offender and it had been detailed all the sexual abuse.
There are a lot of people who have done a lot of crimes. And
what a defense.
What a dance.
At the time, he was a known sex offender. It's like, there are a lot of people who've done a lot of crimes.
Exactly. And, whether or not that is friendship, I think a lot of people could just focus on moving forward. All of it is generic, like ChatGPT. Give me the sweetest little dance that I can do around it without saying the actual thing. Where I think if she did that, she would not be getting so much heat right now. Like, we did text, we did talk.
It's particular when it comes to her. It's particularly bad because she was talking with him to try to get inside info during congressional testimony, and this was not that crazy long ago. But generally speaking, this always goes back to what C-Lane said at one point in time, where it's like, here's the Epstein files in a nutshell. If you are a political person, you will use this and you'll be like, hey, everybody whose name is mentioned here, everybody whose email is mentioned here, everybody who's anywhere in here, everybody who was on the plane, everybody who went to the island, immediately they should all go to jail because that's how we all view it. Until your name is mentioned, and then you're like, whoa, hold on,
everyone's done a lot of crimes, okay?
You're like, I just happen to be mentioned in this, and So we view these things as if you're attached to it in some way, it's automatically the worst thing in the world until somebody's mentioned, then they're like, oh, it's not actually that big of a deal. So I think that that's kind of like what we end up with here. And I think that that's how this is going to go out. When somebody says this is going to be the end of the Trump administration, I think that's crazy. I think people should be held accountable for their takes and how wrong they are when it's something that you can prove is wrong. Like, we'll know. Trump has 3 more years in office. Unless she's right about this. We'll know. And if she's not right, then all the future takes this person puts out there should be laughed at. It's like, I still laugh at the dude from the New York Times, Paul Krugman, the economist, because he had a story that he said, this internet thing's going to be a fad. It's really not going to work out. I don't think the internet's going to catch on. Like, that's such an apocalyptically bad take. And I think that this is a bad take, too. I think nothing shocking is going to happen as a result of this. But maybe I eat my words. We'll see.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of talk about Epstein's brother, because Epstein's brother was involved in the interaction with the email that said the Trump and Bubba thing. Mm-hmm. And I think Epstein's brother also at some point said that Jeffrey Epstein told him that if he knew, or if the people knew what he knew about the candidates in this election, that they would have to cancel the election. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if that's true, if he wasn't just like talking himself up, then there could be things that the American public wouldn't want to hear, or would decide that this would be the end of Trump. However, I don't know that they're going to be in these files.
I don't think it will be. I think everybody at the end of this will either complain that there's not more released, or like literally no one will be happy. But maybe you disagree. Let us know. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Back to that guy giving the hobos machetes. All right.
Oh, yeah.
On his TikTok, I think you saw this too, C-Lane.
Oh, yeah.
On his TikTok.
This guy spends his time with homeless people. They're happy to see this guy coming.
That's nice.
The one I shared from his TikTok account was keeping the homeless in the streets safe, 100 prayer emoji. And he's giving machetes to all the hobos. He's handing out machetes on the streets. Then there's another one where he said, let's feed the homeless. And he made Fireball liquor and cigarettes goodie bags and went out and gave that to all the homeless people in his area. Okay. And went and acted like some sort of, Halloween person, giving out all of the alcohol and cigarettes as he could. Then there was another one where he went around and just gave out bottles of vodka.
And people are eating this up.
Yeah, this is what it comes down to. It's like, okay, this will work. So, and for me, I go, you know why you suck, dude? You suck because everybody else in this community has to deal with what follows. Now these people have machetes. Now they have more bottles of alcohol. Now, and then if that night one of them goes crazy and attacks somebody, cool, dude, you totally got like $1 million on your TikTok video and made $18. What the hell, man? I guess there's not. Well, I will find out because we're going to ask Mo.
What should I do next?
We're gonna ask Mo if there's anything illegal about this, but there might not be. It's just terrible behavior at the behest of the algorithm, and I hate that. But
he's not going to stop. That's the thing.
Probably not.
Look, think about
unless he goes to jail.
Ariana Grande dude that had not attacked her, but obviously.
Yeah, basically.
But he was arrested. He has done this to multiple celebrities, and then he got another multi-million views on the video of him getting out of jail.
And he got 9 days in jail.
Mm-hmm.
9 days in jail for
Can't stop him.
Repeatedly violating security measures, for putting his hands on people who don't want to be touched, and doing it over and over and over again. We have a problem. It's globally an issue, but I think it's a big issue in the United States of America, where we no longer think punishing people is the right thing. We literally have a tiny fraction of people who are talking about the abolition of prisons, letting all the prisoners out because they're so dumb. They have such a utopian vision of the world that they think that won't cause chaos, or they don't care that it'll cause chaos for you and your family. We have too many people with too many dumb ideas, and they all need to shut up. What needs to happen is when people commit crimes, they should go to jail. They should go to jail for them. And if we see things that have bad outcomes on a lot of people and it's not yet a crime, well, I'm not one for making the government bigger, but in this case, let's create a new law. Let's create a new law that makes it so you can't hand out machetes to hobos and give them alcohol, because we don't need somebody to die before we learn that person is wrong. At least that's what I think. Let me know what you think. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. More info on Anna Kepner, the 16-year-old or the 18-year-old who was on this Carnival cruise ship. She ended up dying. At first, there was lots of mystery around her cause of death, what happened. Then yesterday we learned she was wrapped in a blanket, stuffed under a bed. I believe they said that she was also, there was life preservers on her or something like that when they found her in this Carnival cruise ship. The father was saying he had no idea what was going on. We had the court documents I read at the beginning of the show, which said that the family is in a strange position. They want basically to plead the fifth because the stepbrother is the one who's going to be getting hit with murder charges in the death of Anna Kepner. And the stepbrother, we're now learning, is 16 years old. All right? The stepbrother is 16 years old. This reiterates a couple of details we already knew. On November 6th, Kepner complained on the cruise that she didn't feel well, went to her cabin after dinner. The following day, when her dad and stepmother gathered the family for breakfast, they noticed she was missing. Kepner was found around 11 a.m. by a maid, stuffed under a bed in a blanket covered with life jackets. According to new court filings, her 16-year-old stepbrother is facing possible criminal charges. The quote, it is true that there's an open investigation regarding the death of the biological daughter of the stepfather, and the boy, the 16-year-old, is a suspect regarding this death, which occurred recently on a cruise ship. So now we know that he is 16 years old, and he is the one that is believed to be responsible for the death, potentially, of Anna Kepner. That story continues to unfold almost in real time.
It seems like there's just one detail that from the rumor mill that I heard that they have not said anything about yet, that I feel like will come out eventually.
Great grain of salt, allegedly, but what is, this is the real world.
What
are you seeing?
The same place that I heard from that she was wrapped up in a sheet and stuffed under a bed potentially.
Which was right.
Said she was stabbed.
They said she was stabbed?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. So, again, grain of salt. We don't know.
I'm not reporting this.
Speculation.
Salt shaker at this point. Didn't he sleep on the bed, too?
I think so.
I think that's what the uncle said.
Oh.
Slept on the bed like nothing happened. So now there's lots of big questions here. Like, what led to this? What was the run-up to what was happening here?
Must be footage from the cruise line.
I hope so. Were they drinking? They were both underage. She's 18.
Yeah, but if they were 16. Just in
international waters,
depending on where they had just stopped, they might have been able to drink on the...
At a cruise port, you might be able to, if you're in a place where you can drink at 18. But if you're on board the ship...
You cannot, no.
You cannot at 18 or 16.
There's plenty of things you're not supposed to do on a ship that you could do on a ship.
Right. There's also a story not that long ago of a teenager whose parents were feeding him alcohol on a cruise. He wasn't supposed to be getting it, but they were giving him alcohol, and he ended up getting drunk and jumping off the ship. So it's not unheard of, but our question marks in the Anna Kepner murder mystery on the cruise ship are really what her brother went back to the cruise ship after she did. She said she was feeling sick. What happened in that room? What led up to this? Why was she naked? What else was going on here? These are really big questions. And now the family's sort of circling the wagons because they've lost the daughter, but the stepson may also be getting hit with her murder charge. It's a very interesting back and forth that we see going on. All right, email the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Your social media feed is changing big time. I've got that queued up next here. We'll talk about this big change. I don't like it. Maybe you will, though. And we'll finally work in some of your feedback. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I mean, Ferrari was always my first love because of Tom Selleck. My next-door neighbor in Green Bay had that Ferrari.
That
and let me lay on it and take a photo.
Really?
Oh, boy.
Where's that?
How old were you?
I was like 14.
Okay.
I take it back. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Most of the major roadways are wide open. You won't be running into any problems affecting your drive this afternoon on Florida's Turnpike, I-95, on I-4. Traffic starting to slow down getting through the city. Expect some congestion near that 408 interchange and slowdowns between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. There's no surprises really affecting your afternoon drive at the moment. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip.
Hello. First things first, I got to set you people straight. When we're talking about crime and punishment stories, I'm consistent as hell on this. If somebody is committing crimes and if somebody is ruining the outcomes of other people because of this, they should be punished in a significant way, especially for repeat offenders. Some, like 70% of the violent crime in the United States of America is caused by repeat offenders. Simply imprisoning these people for longer ends up creating better outcomes for everybody else. So criminals, violent criminals in particular, should not only be arrested, but they should be held behind bars for longer punishment terms so that less people are violated by them in the future. That is an absolutely sane brain take, and if you don't agree with that, you're stupid. Flat out. Not saying throw everybody in prison, not saying any of that. I do agree throwing everybody in prison is just as dumb as abolishing prisons, but I don't really hear anybody calling for that. I don't think that's a thing. Arrest everybody. I don't think that's a thing.
Increase the number of usable organs, reduce waiting times, and allow more patients to receive life-saving liver, heart, kidney, and lung transplants. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never.
I don't know how some of you got to January 6th out of this. That's a brain-broken thing. Man kicking's back, though. Okay, apologies. That's not the way I heard it the first time around. There are a lot of outside noise sources here. I was wrong. I also gave you a thumbs up when I was over there. Thank you for admitting you were wrong, and thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. We're good. 3 minutes. Forrest, you see how stressful all of this is? He doesn't think it's stressful. Everybody give Forrest a little love today. Well, he could use a little pick-me-up. He's a good guy. Anybody interested in some amazing video work? If you own a company and you could hire somebody who is a genius in the video world, Forrest is free, and you better hire him before somebody else does. Email me, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. I'll forward your information. Angel says, Wasson, we are carrying on conversations beyond what you may be speaking about. That's probable, and I guess okay. But somebody also emailed at the same time. It was like, law and order. So for some of you, the only thing you want law and order on is, I guess, the January 6th people. Or you're worried about the pardons of those people. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, yeah, that's bad. I don't want those people to be pardoned. I don't want all of them to be pardoned. But hey, now that that ground is seated, can we keep criminals behind bars? Can we stop pretending like we have some massive, racist system and that if we just freed everybody, the world would be better? Like, is your brain not big enough to process these? I think it is. I think so. Hi, Forrest, they're saying. I'm not seeing some of these messages, so some of them might not be coming through. Were the stepsister and stepbrother sleeping in the same room? That seems strange if so. It looks like that might have been the case simply because they said he slept with her body underneath the bed or still in the same room. So it seems like the stepbrother and stepsister possibly might have been sharing a room. Is that weird? 18-year-old stepsister, 16-year-old stepbrother sharing a room. Is that weird, Chuck?
It's a little weird, right?
Magic 107.7, Orlando's Christmas station. Plus stations playing specialized holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, plus tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Open the free iHeartRadio app now and search Holiday to start listening.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reesewindows.com.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening.
A lot of you see it, though. You're smart. You see this. I know you do. Just in case it's not on your radar, though, I want to let you know what's going on here in just a moment. Learn more about the show over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. One of the things that's been very clear to me since the jump is that AI is going to have a huge and profound impact on society. And the first level of this is just people who don't understand what's real and what's fake. And I've seen that in people in my real life. I've seen that in a lot of people online. My inbox every day, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. People send over stuff, and then when I watch it, I'm like, this is so obviously fake. Did this person not know this was fake?
It's so many people. And then those moments where, I'll speak for myself, but if you guys have also experienced this, there's some where I would have been fooled had I not checked the comments.
I'll look at the comments.
AI.
Yeah, if it's close, I'll look at the comments. But I think the three of us, we look at this with a bit of a better filter in most cases. Mm-hmm. We're doing this show. Somebody goes, hey, Sean, hey, Sabrina, hey, C-Lane, here's a link I found. You're going to, if you don't, you should have at least some level of skepticism about stuff.
I was a little skeptical when I saw that cat playing the bagpipes, but
I wanted to believe
it. That's real. For sure.
I wanted to believe it. What was the one I saw the other day before I get into what this big change is to your social media feed? It was like cats hosting a podcast where they watch videos of other cats doing dumb stuff.
That was real.
And I'm like, somebody out there is scrolling.
Cat ridiculousness?
Yeah, cat ridiculousness. Yeah, somebody out there is scrolling and believing this.
It's a good thing overall, in general, that some of the social media platforms are warning you about, hey, this has been altered with AI. What you're seeing here is less than real. But It's so funny when you see it on something that's really obvious. And I saw one the other day that was like, this is an AI video. Some of the things you see might not be accurate. And it was a person kneading a ball of dough, but the ball of dough was a cat.
just so you know.
Case.
It's like this one. They said real or AI?
Real or AI?
It's a cat hosting the podcast. Cat lifting weights.
The Whisker Podcast. We agree that this is AI, right? Yeah, but the determination looks real as hell. I can even smell the sweat from that cat.
And it's laughing with human teeth.
The cats are hosting the Whisker Something podcast, and they're talking about whether on the Whisker podcast whether these other videos of cats are real or not. And this is sort of a symptom of a larger problem that's happening on the internet. And it's just whether you're tuned into it or not, it's happening. Now, here's the thing. TikTok is at the center of a lot of this. We all peruse TikTok from time to time.
Got mine back, by the way.
Did you?
Oh, congratulations.
Finally, yes, thank you.
Wait, what happened? You lost your TikTok?
Oh, someone hacked into it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. In Virginia.
But they didn't do anything. They just privated all their videos and they didn't post anything.
Oh, that's annoying.
Maybe they were up to no good. They're creating the AI videos, but I got it back, sucker.
Well, now we have, with all these problems, beyond just losing control of your account, we have many people, family members, people who I know, people just who I'm close with, who I have seen fallen for what I think is very obvious AI. Is this going to fix anything? TikTok is going to be adding a new AI button that will make a major change to your feed and will put an invisible mark on fake clips. They will let people identify, much as you go to the comments now, there'll be an AI button, AI. And when enough people hit the AI button, it will label the video, both when you watch it and afterwards, if somebody like downloads it and tries to use it somewhere.
I don't see how this could be abused.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, people will be like, this person disagrees with me politically. AI, they like reporting the hell out of them.
Also, if you're using CapCut, brought to you by TikTok and ByteDance, are they going to label their AI stuff as AI?
I don't know if they're just going to leave it all up to the audience or not. Let me see. Let me bring up the actual story itself, because this is what they said they're going to start doing. Now adding a new AI button that will put a mark on videos, trying to tackle the issue of all these fake videos going viral. And it just is happening. Like, there was a story this week taking this all the way further, where a judge complained and said he's now seen multiple instances of people bringing AI videos as evidence in a case,
man.
And like entering this into the record as evidence. The social media giant revealed that it will begin adding an invisible red flag for AI content that regular users can't see, allowing TikTok to track dodgy fake clips, even if they've been edited or re-edited elsewhere. Also, they've added the ability to manage topics, which will allow you to see more or less of things like AI-generated content. So you can say, I want to bring that all the way down. I don't want to see any AI-generated content. Current affairs, they're already not shadow banning, but like blocking the hell out of a lot of current news content on not just TikTok, but most of the short video platforms, which makes sense. I think that's probably a good idea for them, even though, I'm in the business that I'm in. But they have a slider for that, creative arts, all these things. But AI-generated content, you could say, I don't want to see this at all. Will it be perfect? No, it won't. But it'll be one way to identify it. And it's just kind of crazy.
Is there not a way now, like back end kind of stuff, when you right click and you see the coding of it? Is there not that information with AI videos? Like if you were to see a photo on the internet, or at least, back in the day before technology is where it's at now, you could tell where it was, timestamp, the zeros and ones that give you a lot more information that you would need the skills to find. Is that not the case with AI?
Well, I mean, probably internally, but not for you just on these platforms just yet. Like, I have up in front of me the most viewed in the last week YouTube shorts, which is, it's crazy numbers they put up. Like, number one is in the last 5 days, this video has gotten 143 million views.
Damn.
Okay? The number one clip on YouTube shorts. And let me see. I'll try to bring up this actual video to see if this one is fake or not. Here's the video on the platform. It is. It's AI. Some of it was in the beginning. It might all be AI. It's a little girl trying to warn a woman that there was an attacker behind him. And this whole thing is, filmed as if it's some sort of action movie. Number one, 140 plus million views. I think there's a portion of that was AI. I don't know about the whole thing. Just for the record, so when you see these videos going viral and think about profit motives, $143 million, the number one video on all of YouTube Shorts this week. It has netted that person $3,600. 143 million views, only $3,600. So they churn these videos out. They get insane amounts of views across continents.
They also have warehouses that have 1 million iPhones on a wall just looking in loop at those things. Do they not?
I mean, I can't. Well, that's a tiny portion of these views when you look at this many. But I can't tell you how many of them are real and how many of them are fake. But I'll give you an example here. Here's one that is the second most or third most viewed video on all of YouTube Shorts. It was updated or posted rather a couple of days ago, 5 days ago total. And it's got 103.9 million views. That's about, if it was just in the United States, it's about 1 out of every 3 humans in the United States that have seen this video. It's made $2,600 for the creator. And this one is definitely AI. It's people putting their head in a machine.
Whoa, no way. It's gone. Perfect fade, my friend. This is insane.
Immediately.
That pretends to give them a haircut. You put your head in this machine, and the machine gives you a haircut. Obviously AI.
The voice immediately, you can hear it.
Yeah, that's how prominent this is. That's how prominent this stuff is. Millions and hundreds of millions of people have seen this stuff. So AI labels on everything on every platform should be an absolute necessity, I think. There are too many people too dumb who fall for these things. And while a fake haircut machine video is not really dangerous for society, it is when it gets to all these other things. I stand by what I've said a bunch of times on this show, that there are so many people that are angry about things that are fake. They are angry about things that are not real. They're seeing videos of people bragging about SNAP payments that are fake. They have seen videos of people fighting that are not real. They have seen war videos that are fake. They have seen videos out of Gaza that are not real. They have seen videos out of Ukraine that are fake. They are mad, sometimes so mad that they're willing to do something about it. And there's so many fake things that lead to this. It's just a big ass problem. But will this fix it in any way? Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we come back, couple of things. One, I want to talk about for the murder mystery on the Carnival cruise ship. It's now looking like potentially, because let me go over this with both of you, Celine and Sabrina, real quick. We did hear, I don't know if this is 100% confirmed, that the 16-year-old, the stepbrother, slept in the same room where her dead body was, correct?
This, according to the uncle, crazy uncle.
Yes, right? So he slept in the same room. So people were asking, are they sharing a room together? And if that's the case, is it weird to have an 18-year-old sharing a room with her 16-year-old stepbrother?
A little bit. It's a little weird. I mean, it's a little annoying, but you would think that maybe in this case it's something that doesn't always happen. But for a cruise, maybe they're trying to save some money.
Does it matter how long they've been step siblings? Like if you were a baby and you're a step sibling with somebody else, and for your whole lives you've been brother and sister. Mm-hmm. That seems a little more normal to share a cruise cabin with them. If you've been the stepbrother, stepsister to this person for 3 years, and you're 16 and they're 18, that seems a little
different. Have that experience, unfortunately. But I am curious. There has to be someone that listens that later on in your life, in your teenage years, gained a step sibling of the opposite sex.
Right.
What were the rules when it came to family vacations?
Would this be weird if you have a similar circumstance? Email tips@thenewsjunkie.com, TIPS at thenewsjunkie with an IE.com, or record your dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we return, we will have the jury duty that is chock full of updates on some big stories we've been talking about. I also have to get through something for homeowners in the state of Florida here. There's a lot to touch on before we wrap anything up today. And news about the Louvre Museum. This one is a head scratcher. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The Buccaneers are preparing for Sunday night's visit to the LA Rams. Tampa Bay looking to rebound from that loss to Buffalo. Tonight's college basketball slate includes Stetson looking to stop their two-game skid. They'll take on Howard, while Bethune-Cookman visits Ohio University. And 20-time Grand Slam tennis champion Roger Federer was elected to the International Tennis Hall of Fame today. It was his first year of eligibility, too. I'm Scott Davidson.
Despite wintry conditions and heavy traffic, the holidays have to go on. That's why Mercedes-Benz SUVs come equipped with the latest safety technology to keep your festive plans on track. Discover the incredible offers for yourself at the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration.
Great news, my friends. That mortgage guy, Don, offers HELOCs. That's right, home equity lines of credit, This is a way to unlock your equity while keeping your super low 2, 3, or 4% rate intact on the first mortgage. Get cash out for home improvements, debt consolidation, weddings, back taxes. 4 turkeys for Thanksgiving. And unlike the corner banks, that mortgage guy Don has HELOC options as low as a 640 credit score. Get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry, but most importantly, work with an expert and a friend that you could trust. Go to thatmortgaguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgaguyDon.com.
Sunnyside drains.
My shower's clogged. I think it needs to be snaked.
A snake? Where?
No, a plumbing snake.
Is it near me?
I should have called Frank Gay.
I'm hiding under the desk for safety.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
For clogged drains in your home, trust our highly trained techs who aren't afraid of a little snake. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
There's a myth that a Sprouts Farmers Market person wakes up before dawn, bangs out a couple of hours of yoga before downing a kale foam colostrum latte. The reality is that a Sprouts person is just someone who cares about fresh, healthy, and honestly priced everything from organic produce to the hottest new snack to hit the shelves. They love how easy it is to find the delicious and healthy food they and their families thrive on. And to be honest, most of them have never heard of a kale foam colostrum latte. So maybe that sounds a bit like you. Come see for yourself at Sprouts Farmers Market.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. Did you know Kia sells more new cars in Central Florida than any brand except one? If you're shopping for your next ride, chances are you're already thinking Kia. With 3 convenient locations in one of Central Florida's largest selections, Greenway Kia makes it easy to find the perfect vehicle. And during Kia's Season of New Tradition sales event, every new Kia is discounted up to $12,000 off MSRP. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Example stock number 17479, MSRP 77,225. Discount includes Kia customer cash rebate.
Hello. Somebody says, has Sean said anything about the 3 Mile Island situation? I only just saw the story that the feds are going to give $1 billion to fire up the nuclear plant at 3 Mile Island again. So I don't know the particulars, but just with that generic information in mind, absolutely based, triple support. We need to fire up all the nuclear facilities that we can to get energy up in a safe way, in a way that is less harmful to the environment, in a way that can help power things like the AI that's going to help generate a lot of revenue and replace a lot of jobs in the United States of America. We need the nuke facilities. So I think it's good. Yes, I think nuclear power is good, safe, and clean, and we need it. Hang on, folks. I have to check and see how much milk we have. It's the most important thing at this moment. I'm a milk checker. Milk situation not good. Fairlife only a quarter full. Charles says, I own a hose, aka house, less than an hour away from there. It was shut down because they had meltdown after meltdown. They will be able to reopen that facility or any other facility outside of Chernobyl in a safe, effective way that will utilize the existing infrastructure to make it so you don't have to build from scratch or get a permit for a new nuke facility. It'll be good. 2 minutes. It'll be good and I support it. And you should too. I am good with nuclear energy, but I wouldn't say it's safer for the environment. It's in every way it's safer for the environment. We know how to deal with the nuclear waste better than we ever have afterwards. We can safely dispose of that or bring it back into the system. So that's good. There's very little fossil fuel emissions from it, if you're obsessed over that. Yeah, I mean, that's just not true. It's the cleanest energy you could ever think of. It's magic that humans have come up with this. And for 40 years plus, we've raged against it because of fear-mongering from political people. There's no need to be afraid of nuclear facilities. Safe, clean energy. All right, we're coming back.
Open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Let's talk turkey.
The free iHeartRadio app is the #1 app for radio. No stuffing.
Just live radio, 24/7 news, live sports, and your favorite podcasts. And you can save them all with easy presets.
Get what millions are already thankful for.
The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
Everdoor's Forever Springs last for life. And right now, you save $75. One fix, forever covered. That's Everdoor Peace of Mind. Lock it in today at everdoor.com. Everdoor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the
crazy big updates on different legal stories we've been talking about. And we'll get into that drama here in just a moment. We'll also hear from you if you want to add to or subtract from anything happening on the show. Do that at thenewsjunkie.com. When I see stories about these stupid pageant things, and now they're saying Miss Universe has got a whole bunch of drama around it and this scandal hit pageant, and they said somebody claims that Miss Universe is rigged and they are now trying to shut the whole thing down. And I look at that and I go, yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always thought these things are rigged. I've from the jump, Miss America, Miss Universe, Miss World. Like
next, you're going to tell me the Bachelorette has influence from the producers.
No.
Yeah. There's like zero chance that these events over the last 50 years or so weren't predetermined in a lot of cases. Miss Universe is predetermined. Not shocked. Not surprised by that at all. This story from the BBC says 2 Miss Universe judges have resigned days before the annual beauty pageant, with one of them accusing organizers of rigging the selection process. Man, everything leaks out now. Like all this used to be like internal drama, and now forget it. It's all out there. The BBC says that this whole thing is tanked now. Lebanese French musician Omar Harfouk, who announced his resignation from the 8-member jury on Instagram, alleged that an impromptu jury had been pre-selecting finalists ahead of the competition to be held on Friday in Thailand. Hours later, French football manager Claude Makalele also announced he'd pulled out for unforeseen personal reasons.
Ew.
This comes 2 weeks after several Miss Universe contestants walked out on another event when an official called them like a loser or something.
I was telling to shut up. I remember seeing that video.
Did he say loser or stupid or idiot or?
I forget. It was one of them was talking, and then he's like, shh, I'm talking now. I'm talking now. And then whatever was said after that, I cannot quote it at this point, but I do remember a good number of the ladies that were going to participate walking out.
Well, he was talking to one person, and then all the other women banded together, and then he like apologized and started crying. And this whole thing is fake from the jump, man. Miss Universe is always like this. That's just how this goes behind the scene. I guarantee it, okay? The beauty pageant drew backlash earlier this month after its Thailand-based director, Nawat Idagarizil or something, publicly berated Miss Mexico at a pre-pageant event for not posting promotional content on her social media platforms. That's what this is behind the scenes. It's like, make sure you're posting to your profile so that more people go to the event. And that's what they're doing. And they started a whole fight. In videos that have gone viral, Miss Bosch and several other contestants could be seen walking out of the event and shouting at Mr. Narawat. The whole thing is rotten to the core. But this is the latest on this, that they're saying the scandal hit pageant may be maybe even like abandoned before they do this year. Who knows? We'll see. Right now, I know this, without a shadow of a doubt, it's time to do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. That's right. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 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 or go to justcallmo.com. The story that is, I don't know why this should be surprising to anybody, but I thought this would have happened beforehand. ABC News is now confirming that the singer David, D4VD, is now a suspect in the teenager's death.
What?
That has been going
Say that
around.
one more time.
I know this is shocking, seeing as she was found dead in the back of his Tesla. In the frunk of his Tesla. Her body was in there and rotting away at an impound yard. But he, crazy, I know, is now officially considered a suspect in this. Now, sure, she was indeed found dead in his car at an impound lot. Yes.
That doesn't mean guilt.
But were they dating? Well, yeah, probably. They were probably dating when he was of age and she was just a teenager, maybe even down to the age of 13 or so, or even younger, 12 years old.
And I can see where people get that idea from all of the live streams that he featured her in.
Well, technically it's true that he did do live streams where he publicly featured an underage girl who he was dating with, who even called him a pedo at one point in time. But does that really mean he should be a suspect here?
No. And when the family had said that she was missing and went to authorities, despite knowing where she was, they just couldn't do anything about it until they filed her a missing teen.
Yeah, and maybe or maybe not, he had a whole bunch of songs that had lyrics about how he was going to kill this girl, and songs that mentioned her in particular, and all of these things, and that he was dreaming and getting excited about the act of killing somebody that he was in love with. Sure, but now he's an official suspect in the death of this young girl.
Long enough.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think maybe they just wanted to get more info. The guy was on tour for a
on the
little while.
cruise ship was quicker than this.
How much more info do you need? The man had a world tour featuring caskets.
Yep, yeah.
And still nothing.
If you don't know about this guy, he's a singer who's very popular with younger people. His name is David, but it's like D4VD is the way you write this. And it looks quite clear that he had something to do with this young girl's death. Crazy story, though. Meanwhile, over at the Louvre, that's where they stole a whole bunch of money worth of jewels from. These people who went in, it wasn't really an Ocean's 11 style thing because it didn't seem to take the most insanely talented skill set to
like
rob the place.
Ocean's 4.
Puddles 2 could have been another one. I mean, there's only two people involved in the main part of this.
It was very easy. They just needed some construction vests.
Yeah, they put on construction vests. They had like clipboards. They used a scissor lift to get up to the second or third floor. They busted a window, and then they got inside. And now the Louvre is responding to this whole thing. And they are saying, enough is enough. They have installed new surveillance cameras. That's right. Surveillance cameras.
Watch out, robbers.
They're not actually up yet, though, but by the end of next year, they'll be up. By the end of next year, the new surveillance cameras will be up at the Louvre. Because everybody who's anybody knows it takes at least 13 months to install a security system. It does. It's very, very hard to put in these cameras. It's not like you could do this in a weekend or anything. What, are you crazy?
No way.
By the end of next year, they'll have some cameras up that'll stop the next robbery over at the Louvre, I guess. We shall see. And finally, oh no, we got to take a break. I'll get to this one that is a wild card in jury duty for sure, because this is crazy. We'll do that next. We also have to talk about something insane that is happening at Home Depot. This deserves our time for sure. And, well, you're going to be featured in the final hour, the power hour of the show as we continue. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Download the all-new iHeartRadio app. Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets, and you could win free stuff at upcoming events.
There's a couple of accidents getting cleared up to look out for on your ride this afternoon on Neptune Road at Kings Highway, on Orange Avenue, just north of Sand Lake Road. On the major roadways, traffic's wide open. You won't be expecting much affecting your drive, although on I-4, your typical delays are piling up. Expect slowdowns getting through that amusement park area and slowdowns through the city. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Supersure.
Go to supersure.com. 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 Supersure.com.
Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a Florida licensed insurance agency, not an insurer, and only available in Florida.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7.
Feliz Navidad.
Magic 107.7.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Orlando's Christmas station.
Live from the Just Call.
Breaking news. Breaking news, everybody. Some breaking news coming in to the world's most viral newsroom. I regret to inform you, Jane Fonda is dead at 88 years old. Jane Fonda, Hanoi Jane herself, dead at 88 years old. Legendary actress, activist in some portions of her life, but legendary actress, very well known in Hollywood and beyond. Jane Fonda dead at 88 years old. We're back in 3 minutes. Now she's teaching aerobics in the sky? True. Let's see, Jane Fonda. Stand by. By the way, this is her recently. I mean, she still looked like she was in pretty great shape, actually. But dead at 88. Trying to see if there's any other info. Jane Fonda. Uh-oh. Stand by. Oh, I got this early. Man, Us Weekly just 4 hours ago had Jane Fonda thinking she was going to die. Yahoo said Jane Fonda didn't think she would live past 30. And now we have... Oh, wait. Hold on. Did I just kill her off? Stand by. Jane Fonda may be alive still. Hang on. Jane Fonda is not dead. I take it back. Retraction. The story said Jane Fonda at 88, and I thought it said dead at 88. Jane Fonda is back alive, everybody. I'm sorry for the snip snap there. My bad. That is not accurate. I take it back. Jane Fonda is back alive at 88 years old. Yikes. Mistake on my part. I'll take the hit. Jane Fonda is not dead. That's my fault. She's back alive. Consider it a gift. She's still with us. Elton John is still alive, yes. We'll iron this out in a second. Hang on.
JTV on TV or shop JTV.com for big holiday deals.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Coming soon.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Rare mistake on my part. We'll get to you and your dispatches and emails. Those are coming up in just a moment here on the show. During the break, I saw a story. I was like, oh, man. Damn, that's bad news. That's sad news. And the story said Jane Fonda dead at 88. And I go, oh, no, man, Jane Fonda, no. And then I looked again after I told the people on the stream that Jane Fonda had died. Mm-hmm. And it just said Jane Fonda at 88. And I was like, who writes it that way? I just killed Jane Fonda for everybody.
You got black pill goggles, huh?
And by the way, everybody's saying rare. It is very rare. Very rare. I didn't even say it on the air, so I didn't have to do this. I almost never get stuff like this wrong, especially the idea that somebody's dying. I'll get it first before everybody else. I saw somebody post, and it was a legit account that I 100% trust.
I mean, it's not even the only thing you got wrong.
What her age? How old
she's
is she?
87.
No, the story said, or the
she
post
turns
said
88 on December 21st.
Jane Runga.
Okay, she's almost 88. The story said Jane Fonda at 88, and it had her like working out and doing a bunch of stuff on some video that's getting some attention today. I think it's her hanging out with her little kids. She looks totally fine.
To recreate that jeans commercial from Brooke Shields.
It's not as hot at almost 88 years old. But just to reiterate, Jane Fonda's alive.
She was 15.
She's still alive and well at the moment right now. So there you go. Sean, you should go to work for CNN Fake News. Clickbaited. Okay. All right. There you go. Thank you. I'm not blaming AI. And don't jump on with C-Lane and say two wrong here. Now, that is such a minor detail. Well, technically, she turns 88. Jane Fonda at basically 88 was the story. But who puts Jane Fonda at 88? They put Jane Fonda dead at 88. That's what the story is usually. It's like, whoever, insert person's name here, dead at insert age here. Tale as old as time. But apologies to Jane Fonda and her family. She's still alive. She's still good. I'm going to update the meter. 99.999% accurate. But it went down just a little tick there, unfortunately.
Would it make you feel better if we killed off Brian Wilson 2 additional times when you were out on Monday?
That's helpful, I guess. I mean, it's not going to hurt things here. It's helpful for sure. I did see this. This distracted me during the break, which is excellent memery. People are now taking to posting stuff like this, where it says, me making the first payment of my 40 or 50-year mortgage. And it shows like a construction. It shows a construction site with what looks like a hole to hell. It's like the biggest hole you've ever seen in your entire life. and a dump truck comes up to try to put some fill in it.
Like one
and
truck
it's
at a time.
Yeah, me putting my first payment into my 50-year mortgage. That's about what it would look like, whether real or fake. That's a good comparison, I think.
That is a dark comparison. That just makes me feel like, whoa, buddy.
They're not wrong. We talked about, though, if you got a 50-year mortgage, which they've been floating around, what it would be like to see your payment book. And they go, well, here you go. First payment today, last payment in 2075. So you'll be completely paid off in 2075.
Try to die in the house if you can.
It's crazy, man. But that still has been going on out there. I saw some people backing that up. I think that is not a good idea, by the way. I think taking a loan that is 40 or 50 years is stupid financially for you to do. I know I want all of you to be homeowners, but get a 30-year loan and get a good one. Wait until you get the perfect one for your place. Don't get a 50-year loan. It's crazy.
Don't you pay more of the interest up front when you're paying off a mortgage?
Big time.
So that just means that they're locking you into this 50-year mortgage because you're going to get a better payment. And then really, because you're not going to stick with this thing for 50 years, you're just doing this because you want the better payment and you want to not rent. So instead, when you finally do find something that you can get a 30-year or less mortgage for, you don't have much, you haven't really gained much because all you've paid is interest.
Yeah, I mean, what's going to happen is you're going to see the amount owed on your loan for your house, and you'll probably pay for like 10 years before it really goes down any significant amount. You're just chipping away. Like, let's see. TNJAI could probably handle this on a basic level, I think, or maybe even on a complex level. If you were going to buy a house for $1 million and the loan was at, let's say, 8% APR, how much more are you paying over a 50-year loan versus over a 30-year loan? All right, it'll figure.
With an 8% APR, a 50-year loan will have significantly higher interest costs compared to a 30-year loan. Over 30 years, you'd pay roughly $1.64 million in total,
all right,
including about $640,000 in interest.
Jeez.
Over 50 years, your total would be about $2.42 million, with approximately $1.42 million in interest.
Jesus, man.
That's a difference of about $780,000 more paid in interest on the 50-year loan.
All right, so it would be $780,000 more expensive to do that over 50 years.
That mortgageguide.com.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, I mean, look, get somebody to guide you through this, because I wonder what he would say about the 50-year mortgage. I wonder what that mortgage guy Don would say. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Let's see. Let's get to a couple of you. I asked the question about the cruise murder mystery story. I said, if it turns out this 18-year-old who was potentially murdered on this Carnival cruise ship, Anna Kepner, if she was murdered by her 16-year-old stepbrother, if they were sharing a room on a cruise ship, would a 16-year-old stepbrother and stepsister, or a 16-year-old stepbrother and an 18-year-old stepsister sharing a room, would that be weird? Would that be a strange thing? So some people chiming in on that. Let's see what we have. This person says, there's a policy on room sharing on cruise ships related to this. It says it would generally be considered unusual and potentially problematic for an 18-year-old female and a 16-year-old male, even if they're step siblings, to share the same cabin or boardroom if one is a legal adult. Sharing a room across genders at these ages can raise serious concerns about personal boundaries, yada, yada. Perception and social norms. I don't know if it's officially against the rules of the cruise lines, but it looks like it could be an issue. Anonymous says, I've seen so many short form documentaries regarding the stepbrother, stepsister sharing a room deal. Now, granted, they weren't that young. They were more college age. I think I know where you're going. I can't remember how any of them end or if I've ever seen the ending of any of them, but they're interested, says Anonymous, or interesting. This is a different stepbrother, stepsister thing. This is not on your adult video websites. This is real life, unfortunately, for all involved. But 18-year-old stepbrother and stepsister rooming, staying in the same room on a cruise ship. More people who have been in this position. Let me know what you think, all right? Give your feedback, please, over on thenewsjunkie.com. Let's see here. We got a couple of more people who are going to join us. This person is your furthest fan in Austin.
Not gonna lie, when I was 14, my dad got remarried, and two of my stepsisters were 16 and 17, and they were like the hottest girls I've ever seen in my life. I tried to flirt and move my way into position by age 15, 16, 17, but unfortunately they were not having it. So, yeah, but it's all good.
At least you
Keep
didn't
it in the
murder
family,
them.
right? That's what they say.
Keep it in the family.
No one has said that with sex.
It's weird. I still go back to.
I think plenty of people have said it. I don't think they meant it.
Like, I still go back to if I was somebody who had a stepsister, and my stepsister was 3 years older than me. When I was born, she was 3 years old, let's say. And we grew up together our entire lives, from babies all the way up. And then I'm 16 and she's 18 or 19, and we're sharing a room on a cruise ship. That seems way less weird, way less porny, if you will, than your parents get divorced when you're 15. And then when you're 16, your parent remarries and you gain a stepsister that's 18. Those two people sharing a room, very different to me. But maybe I'm missing something here. Let us know what your thoughts are. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Meanwhile, problems at Home Depot. People have taken to showing photographs of Home Depot parking lots. I'm looking at one now, and they're saying, I've never seen it like this. The Home Depot around us is just dead. Things aren't going well. Things aren't hot over at Home Depot.
What's the point?
The point is this. Two reasons why Home Depot is currently struggling. One is people will say, because of a lot of the ICE roundups, people are scared to go to Home Depot if they're illegal. And two, maybe a lot of the people who are doing this work going to Home Depot have been deported from the country. Those are the first two things. That's not really one of the things that's hitting Home Depot the hardest this year. The one thing is that we've had a shield protecting us from any hurricanes making landfall. And Home Depot usually gets a huge rush before, during, and after these hurricanes.
True.
And so they've struggled with their sales for 2025 as a result of that. That maybe is even a bigger issue. But they said it's been pretty slow over in the world of Home Depot.
Black Friday, I guarantee you, with especially news like this, they're going to do some insane deals, and it will be flooded.
At Home Depot for a Black Friday?
Oh, why not?
I mean, they could do like tools,
grills
and stuff.
Yard furniture, Christmas decorations.
The weird thing is they kind of diversified with the Halloween and Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
I would hope that would bring it more, but their
saw-
stock was down 6% yesterday.
I saw more people are getting into, like at Lowe's this year when I was kind of looking around. I had to get some paint, so you have to wait a while when they mix it. Yeah. And I was looking at some of the Christmas light displays, and it was like they have now consumer level products that like link everything together so you could like have your Christmas light display sync to music and stuff.
Ooh. Look at that. Those things are smart. People like those things. Maybe that'll bring up the bottom line. But right now it says the roof is leaking and walls are starting to smell like mold for the Disney World for dads. That's what they call Home Depot in this story from Morning Brew. The Home Depot company released Q3 earnings yesterday that showed sales were down. They attributed this to high interest rates currently, shaky consumer confidence, and fewer than usual fall storms. So those storms not hitting are probably one of the bigger issues that they're facing. So let us know if you're a Home Depot fan, if you haven't been going there. Why is your reason for not going? What is your reason for not visiting and spending money there? Let us know. Send an email over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, last thing for now. This was a holdover from jury duty, but I want to work this in because a man is claiming that this was all a big accident. I want to figure out what's real and what's not in here. This guy is facing a murder charge. His name is Joseph Halpin. And Joseph Halpin is believed to have killed his wife. He's 42 years old. She is 39 years old. And he said that he did not do this on purpose. He said this was all a big accident. Let me get to Channel 19 with their report on this.
Now at 3, we
Here
have
it
new
is.
details on a man accused of shooting and killing his wife, their 8-year-old son. Heard it all. D News reporter Catherine Huntley is live with
Brutal.
the latest.
The kid
And we
was
want
there.
to warn you, this story is very graphic. Catherine, what can you tell us?
Nice swoosh.
Well, it just cannot be overstated how tragic and terrible the situation was that occurred here at this home in North Olmsted on Friday night. Now, an 8-year-old boy is without a mother and a father facing murder charges after an argument got out of hand.
You put the gun.
Oh, this is body cam.
Here now, we got a female down. Cuff him up.
Intense moments after police
Cuff him
arrived at this North Olmsted home
Damn.
on Friday night at 6 p.m. Police say this man, 42-year-old Joseph Halpin, was having a heated argument with his wife when he shot her. In a 911 call, too graphic to play for you, Halpin desperately called for help, saying he cocked a gun and it went off.
That's what I wanted to hear. The 911 call is not even in this story.
Edit it.
Yeah, he called 911. He said she's on the ground. She's scared. He said, I cocked the gun back. I didn't mean to shoot her. I didn't mean to. The gun just went off.
Oh, right.
And you could hear the 911 operator in the background responding to what was going on here and saying, like, this is bad. This is terribly bad here. She was pronounced dead afterwards. So this guy's obviously toast. As should be the case. Joseph Halpin is his name. Man, they wouldn't even play the 911 call. I don't know if I should bring it up.
I mean, it's chock full of curse words from what I understand.
Is it? Hold on. Yeah, they only played just the very beginning of it because he called 911 after he had shot her, and he said he had cocked the gun and something went wrong. I'm bringing up another story on this. All right. I'll see if I can find this portion of it, if it's worth playing. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just like terrible. But I'll take a look at that as we roll on. We want to hear from you during the show today. It's easy for you to get your thoughts on the program. All you have to do is record a video or audio dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com or fire off an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, we'll talk about something that's going to make its way onto the ballot in 2026. We'll get into your feedback on all things that we've discussed on the show today. We'll get into Pharrell showing up with a comment that I absolutely fundamentally support. Something that happened to a school. We'll do a grab bag segment to work all of this in. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
And northbound on Altamont Drive, just north of Redbug Lake Road, there's a crash blocking 2 left lanes. An accident's getting cleared up on Neptune Road at Kings Highway. There's an earlier accident getting cleared up on Orange Avenue, just north of Sand Lake Road. The left lane's blocked there. On the major roadways, you won't be expecting much affecting your drive. Just typical delays piling up this afternoon. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida West Orange Emergency. HCA Florida West Orange Emergency in Winter Garden is now open 24/7. Visit hcafloridahealthcare.com. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Osceola Hospital, not an urgent care center. Services billed at hospital rates.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7.
Feliz Navidad.
Magic 107.7.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Orlando's Christmas station.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Want a big green egg? For the lowest price anywhere, go to Wassie's Meat Market. They'll deliver and set up your big green egg so that you'll be cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to the website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, for your big green egg today.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Todas las sodas alrededor de Mr. Pibb hablan de más. Las clásicas recuerdan sus días de gloria. Las de fruta discuten cuál es la más jugosa. Las prebióticas con sus charlas existenciales. Pero con Mr. Pibb Cherry Soda no hay discursos, solo un cherry kick de sabor. Mientras unas sodas se explican, Mr. Pibb no se complica.
Bull kick of cherry. Hey, yo, Mr. Pibb.
This Thanksgiving, as you gather with family and stories are passed from one generation to the next, take a moment to honor the Florida farmers that help bring your meal to life with fresh local produce straight to your table. When you shop, look for the Fresh from Florida logo. It's more than a label, it's a promise of pride and love for the land. Visit freshfromflorida.com to discover what's in season and find recipes that turn every moment into lasting memories. Fresh from Florida. Trust is grown here. This Thanksgiving, give thanks for the hands that grow your food. Florida farmers who bring fresh local produce straight to your table. From vibrant squash to garden fresh greens, Fresh from Florida is flavor you can feel good about because when it's grown here, it's grown with care, pride, and purpose. As you gather around your table, remember to celebrate the people, the land, and the passion that goes into every harvest. Fresh from Florida, trust is grown here.
You know, there's millions of people without the health insurance they need. I get it. You feel like it's too pricey, a headache to deal with. You deserve something better. And Better Health. We're on a mission to get everyone high-quality, affordable health insurance. You have health insurance needs. We have plans with low out-of-pocket premiums, with in-network preventive care at no cost to you, and a network of local doctors and hospitals. So if you're still shopping for health insurance, go to ambetterhealth.com/enroll to get your free, no-obligation quote. That's ambetterhealth.com/enroll. For coverage to start January 1st, you must enroll by December 15th. Find the plan that's right for you right now. ambetterhealth.com/enroll. Ambetter Health, on a mission for better. Ambetter Health is the brand name for health insurance products underwritten by subsidiaries of Centene Corporation. Go to ambetterhealth.com to see offerings in your state. This is a solicitation for insurance.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. The holidays are coming up and people are going to be coming over, right? And I don't just let anybody into my home. I only trust Zero Res. They've cleaned my carpets. They even clean my mom's carpets. And I don't just let anybody go see Mama Rollins unless they're the real deal, and they are the real deal. This month, Zero Res is offering $49 per room carpet cleaning, 25% off tile and grout cleaning, no harsh chemicals, and no residue, which is awesome. Everything stays cleaner longer. Spots are filling up, so schedule now. Give them a call, 407-232-9188. Or visit ZeroResOrlando.com. That's Zero Res spelled forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, Orlando.
Stay high on life. Not on the road. Driving high will get you a DUI, and it could mean costly deductibles, higher insurance rates, jail time, and potentially your life. Don't put yourself and fellow drivers at risk.
A message from the Florida Department of Transportation.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hey, it's Ed Helms, host of Snafu, my podcast about history's greatest screw-ups. On our new season, we're bringing you a new snafu every single episode.
32 lost nuclear weapons? You're like, wait, stop? What?
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of history, a whole lot of funny, and a whole lot of fabulous guests. Paul Scheer, Angela and Jenna, Nick Kroll, Jordan Klepper. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Snafu with Ed Helms, and listen now.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure.
Broadcasting live from the world's most dysfunctional think tank. This is the new.
Viral newsroom. And if people are talking about it out there, we're talking about it in here, and usually way ahead of everybody else. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. One thing I see a lot of people talking about these days is how many movies have flopped this year. And I didn't realize it was quite as bad as I guess it is, but the amount of movies with huge celebrities that have failed at the box office this year has been bigger than almost any other year before. And you can blame a million things, or you can blame
shake up in the box office there.
You could blame a million things for this, but I think mostly people miss the boat when they do this. I'm trying to bring up this exact article here.
Could it be just like less people going to the movies? Like when you're saying flop, like are we talking the budget versus the box office take?
Or how many people are showing up versus other years?
No, it's everything on the front of the box office. There are so many issues. Here's the story. It says 25 movies, many stars, 0 hits. Hollywood falls to new lows. And I'll just get into a little bit of this so you get an idea what I'm talking about. It says some were heavily marketed. Many of them were championed by critics. Most had star power. But not one of the 25 dramas and comedies that movie companies released in North American theaters over the last 3 months have become a hit. Certainly not in the way that Hollywood has historically kept score. Some have played to near-empty auditoriums, including After the Hunt, starring Julia Roberts, Christie with Sydney Sweeney, and Die My Love, featuring Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson. To succeed in theaters today, dramas and comedies must have event status, something truly elevated and special.
You know, speaking of Christie, I tend to think that the Rock's version of that, he did a movie that was a boxing movie that I haven't heard a whole lot about that one. The Smashing Machine?
Oh, no, that was a failure. Yeah, that was. And for me, they try to figure out what's going on here. For me, it's all about the story. Who cares about this person that The Rock was playing in The Smashing Machine? Who cares about Sydney Sweeney and this person who I'm sure had a great story, but that she was portraying on the big screen? There's not enough interest in the plot. You put a Predator movie out there. The Predator movie is doing great. People want to see the Predator movie. You have a movie this year that I don't even think had a major star in it. No, it did. It did have a couple of decent names in it, but not a huge Hollywood name. Not an A-lister. The movie Weapons has been one of the most successful movies of the year.
But it's a good story.
It is a great story.
Not a lot of information when it came to the trailer.
It's not political. There's nothing about it that is divisive in any way. It was a movie that came out. People said, that looks interesting. I want to go see that. And the movie Weapons has made a ton of money over the course of the year. But a lot of these other ones, usually they say, well, why didn't it work? Why didn't it work? It's because they didn't properly target an audience. They said Julia Roberts' movie, After the Hunt, it cost $70 million to make and made $3.3 million after playing for a month at the box office.
What's it about?
That's about a college professor combating cancel culture, and it was a catastrophe. It's like a college professor in the middle of the Me Too movement, with Julia Roberts trying to walk a fine line. No one cares. Nobody cares about that. Kiss of the Spider Woman, which was this J-Lo movie about gay people who fall in love behind bars. after one of them was like convicted of being with an underage person or something. It's based on a famous story in Latin America, but nobody knows what that is at the United States box office. Nobody wanted to go see J-Lo's movie. It cost $30 million. It made $1.6 million in ticket sales. But the other movies that are not like that, Predator Badlands, for example, huge money coming in for that. Weapons, as I said, huge money coming in for that movie. It's not even about just the celebrities being attached to it. People are tired of the same crap over and over. People are tired of the heavy-handed messaging in the movies. People want to buy a ticket and go on a fun ride. That is it. That is what folks want to do. They want to buy a ticket. They want to go on a fun ride.
Oh, damn.
25 movies, 0 hits. And
another movie on this list that I kind of thought it was last year, but maybe it was just so early this year that it seems too long ago. Snow White.
Right.
Which
bombed
one?
miserably. The reboot of Snow White, because Rachel Zegler went out there and became the center of a firestorm with some of her comments about how she thought the whole thing was creepy and it needed to be reworked. And then it just ended up being a bomb for them. And there's just a never-ending train of not even just sequels now, but for instance, I don't know if you guys saw this. The Rock in 2026, they've already released the trailers for the live-action Moana. First Moana number one. The first Moana came out, I think, less than 10 years ago or so. The second Moana came out a couple of years back and was successful, even though it was not nearly as good as the first one. And now they're doing a live-action version with The Rock of the first one, and they're releasing that next year. It's like, not only can we not come up with new ideas, but Disney is just taking established animated things and putting some human beings in them.
But what just did really well? Lilo and Stitch, the live action.
Lilo and Stitch did do very well. And the Moana live action will still do well. It will still perform really well. But I think overall, there's a desire for something new. I think people want like new stuff, fun stuff. They want something great, and they're not getting enough uniqueness at the box office. Moana will always do well, at least until they bomb a bunch in a row, because families are going to go see the movie. Little girls want to go see the movie. Little kids want to go see the movie. And that will still work. But some of these other ones have just failed miserably. And let us know if you have any thoughts on why this may have went down. We want to hear from you. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. thenewsjunkie.com. Anonymous emails about the Carnival Cruise Line situation. Hey, Sean, in regards to the sad situation and mystery surrounding the death of Anna Kepner, my guess is that she and her stepbrother had a connecting stateroom so the parents could have their own accommodations. Carnival Cruises has birthing policies for minors sailing on their ships, even when parents and guardians are on board. And they said guests of 14 years of age or younger must be booked with a relative or guardian. Guests of 15 to 17 years of age can be separated by up to 3 staterooms with a relative or guardian, and they must be linked to travel with. Guests of 18 to 20 years don't have any restrictions. So if you're over 18, you're fine. But if you're a teenager, there's a lot of restrictions on where you could stay. This person says, I'm interested in hearing more about this story. Me too. It's been a really interesting one to watch. Let us know what you think. Send your dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. And finally, before we take a break, we talked about this on the show a long time ago. We talked about this on the show a while ago. And now there's been an update. Remember the astronaut hacking story from space?
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was like this lesbian astronaut, and she was the first person convicted of hacking from space.
Yeah.
Because they said she was in a fight with her wife down on planet Earth, and she accessed her bank account from space.
They were like in the midst of a divorce, were they not?
Yes. Remember, that whole drama from that story was a big thing. The woman who claimed her astronaut wife was hacking her bank account from space has just finally pleaded guilty to lying about the whole thing. She was lying about this.
Where did she get charged?
She, this says, Summer Heather Warden approached the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, and said her wife, an astronaut, guessed her password to her bank account and hacked into her account. The couple was engaged in a custody dispute over their son, who was 6 years old at the time.
I think that she said that it wasn't a guess, like she was given the password or something. I know we talked a little bit about this on Monday, but like the allegation was that it was a hack, but she was supposed to just have access the whole time.
So what they're saying is they both had like a password that they were aware of, and accessing that account wouldn't be considered a hack.
See, I always think that's such a weird gray area, because it's like, say we were to get done with the show today, and then they walk me in the office and like, all right, you're done. Like we're doing some cutbacks. See you later. See you later, C-Lane. You know, we'll send out an email with nice things to say about you. And then I access my email, and it turns out they haven't turned it off yet. I think that's still unauthorized access, even though I didn't hack anything.
No, but what if it was a joint bank account? Considering the custody of it all.
Then you both should have access to it, right?
Yeah.
And what are your rights as a married couple?
Well, you know what? Put it on the Mo list. That's a good question for him, for sure.
Lesbian space drama.
To see what happens, like if you're a husband or a wife and you know your significant other's password, but you guys are going through a divorce or something, can you still access those accounts? What are the rules on that? We'll have to ask Moses about that. We'll put that on the list.
Mind you, she lied, though. It is worth mentioning that she made the whole thing up, no?
Yeah, she's claiming she has pled guilty to lying about that to the Federal Trade Commission. All right, when we come back, we're going to do the final dispatch of stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Real Music Weekends are Classic Alternative.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey everybody, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Wednesday evening forecast. Keeping those clear skies on tap through the rest of the overnight tonight, but heads up, there may be some patchy fog out there as you are heading out the door early tomorrow morning. Temperatures tonight dropping into the upper 50s and low 60s across the region. And as we take a look ahead to your Thursday, it's going to be another beautiful day as temperatures max out throughout the low 80s with partly cloudy skies, and that beautiful sunshine continues through the rest of the work week as temperatures warm up.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida West Orange Emergency. HCA Florida West Orange Emergency in Winter Garden is now open 24/7. Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Osceola Hospital, not an urgent care center. Services billed at hospital rates.
Question for you. Why wait for Black Friday when Southeast Steel's 85th anniversary sale is happening right now? Save up to 40% off appliances from brands that you trust. GE, LG, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and more. Plus, receive up to $1,300 in exclusive rebates on qualifying models with 0% financing available. Southeast Steel Appliance Warehouse has been serving Orlando.
Hello! Everybody, that's it. One segment left. So what I'd like you to do is rate the show. Rate the show. 10 out of 10 is a real winner, a humdinger, a great show. Ship it off to the Hall of Fame. We need to put this one on display. 5 stars, baby. 10 out of 10 is the best. 1 out of 10 is the worst. Rate the show. 10 bird S's out of 10. We'll take it. 6.7. Oh no, please. 7 complimentary machetes out of 10. 50 out of 10. 8.1 Laughing Cat podcasts out of 10. 9 no boners because I take it back out of 10. 8 stabby step siblings out of 10. 8, it would be an 8.5 if there were more honey socks. Okay. 10 out of 10 quiet piggies. 4 out of 10 real morbid today. 7 out of 10 not dead Jane Fondas. True. True. 8.2 out of 10 major mistakes. True. Hello?
I saved $99.89.
$99? How much did you spend? What did you buy? Let me see this thing. This is your Publix receipt?
I saved $100. I got cheeses and stuff, some of the stuff I could for Thanksgiving. That was buy one, get one. That won't be next week.
Look at this thing.
And $20 was for your Flonase.
I need the Flonase. I think when I do too much Flonase, it actually doesn't work as well.
Okay.
You went bananas.
But I got stuff for Thanksgiving that was buy one, get one. That won't be buy one, get one next week.
So you got everything you need for Thanksgiving stuff?
No, I got a lot though. I got the expensive cheeses.
Baby cheeses?
Cheesy.
Can you bring Today I Learned to me, please?
Yeah.
This woman's out of control. Goes to Publix and just drains everything. Unbelievable. $99 saved? That's pretty good. She still spent $260 though. I mean, unbelievable. Publix loves to see Courtney coming. True. True. Might as well get a job over there at this point.
You see that new welcome offer? Bet $5 and get
All right.
$50 in bonus bets if you win.
Who's our chatter of the day?
I think you gotta grip it and rip it.
No.
Autograph bet sportsbook.
No.
New players bet $5 get $100
No.
bets if you win. Payable bonus bets not a cash offer offered by Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus.
Change my rating to 10 out of 10 because of the Publix receipt. Who's our chatter of the day? All right, our chatter of the day is somebody who really brings it. Somebody who shows up. Somebody who loves wearing women's underwear. I don't care to share this information publicly. It's just the one thing I know about this person. This person, who has been said to smell like, quote, a crime scene, is somebody who is over on the platform Twitch. One of our Twitch users. Swimming in the small pool over there on Twitch. This person, they told them they couldn't do it and they shouldn't do it and they did it anyways. Ardenist23, our chatter of the day on Twitch. Congratulations to crime scene smelling, women's underwear wearing fool. They said you couldn't do it, but you did it anyways. Ardenist, chatter of the day. Congratulations, Ardenist. Don't let them tell you how to smell or what underwear to wear. Keep being you and love yourself. Have a great day, everybody. Another Twitch winner indeed. Coming back.
Rasmussen University offers a range of programs to help you answer the call for nurses. Because when you're ready to care for others, we're ready to help you get there. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Hey guys, big shout out to Elixir. Thank you for sending in lunch to HQ today. You know, there's been plenty of restaurants that have come and gone in downtown Orlando, but Elixir has stood the test of time. The best place for lunch in downtown on the corner of Washington Street near Orange Avenue. And they are the official partner of WJRR's Earth Day Birthday 2026. It will be Saturday, March 21st, 2026. Those tickets are on sale now. You can get them at Ticketmaster.com. Thanks to Elixir.
Now back to the most viral newsroom on planet Earth. This
Didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. Here we are halfway through the week, or even beyond that, friend. So good to be with you today. Hope everything is well in your world. If it's not, don't worry. Good news is, as always, right around the corner. Stick with us to talk about everything happening viral on planet Earth, all the weird, the good, the bad, the ugly, before you hear it anywhere else, right here on the show. And if you missed anything from today, you can always go back and subscribe to the podcast. Do that over at thenewsjunkie.com. Final dispatch time.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Probably. Let's see what we have. Do we have enough time for more than one? Not really. Let's do Testudio, who's talking about the singing sheriff at the beginning of the show.
Hey, everyone. How's it going?
Hey.
Good to hear. Hey, back in the day, I don't know if you guys remember a little show called Eliminate. Well, we used to watch it on the reg to get our daily cringe, if we can use those words anymore.
Barely.
And I remember it was the first time that I felt genuinely embarrassed for what was happening to the people on the screen. And watching the sheriff sing Creep, I got the chills, and all those memories just rushed back into my head.
Creep lightning.
That was totally bogus.
That was a bad decision on that sheriff's part.
I can't wait to edit that footage.
I don't know if I still have that around, but if you go back to the beginning of the show, you can hear it.
It would have been so much worse for that sheriff. It was like Operation It's the End of the World as we know it, and I feel fun.
Or Creep by TLC.
That too.
I can't. There's a lot of stuff I can't get in. There was an interesting Pharrell comment that I can't work in today. They had a school day at this one school. I don't know why they would even do this, where you can use anything but a backpack, and kids brought like the front bumper of a car.
Oh, yeah, that's a new thing.
Giant nets, buckets, shopping carts,
You're crazy,
coolers.
kid.
Somebody's got a refrigerator.
Oh, it's a gun safe. He brought a gun safe.
Somebody brought a boat as their backpack. Somebody brought a little kid's play kitchen.
I think that might be the one Jackson has. All right, horse is stupid.
Horse, I'm in.
Anything but a backpack day. Fun times, but probably going to get canceled eventually here. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Let's wrap it up today. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, November 19th, 2025. Today I Learned this show. Jackass is right. The original cast of Jackass included a female cast member. However, she was brutally injured during a stunt and left the group right off the jump. It did not work out well, which is unfortunate because the other guys who did some damage to themselves made a lot of money. Today I Learned this band right here.
Justin Bieber.
The other one?
Ludacris?
No, we talked about this metal band today.
Slipknot.
Slipknot is correct. Yes, it's Slipknot X Justin Bieber. Slipknot's third album has no profanity because critics said vocalist Corey Taylor over-relied on swearing in his lyrics, and he said, I won't take that. He did another album with no cursing. Still successful, I guess. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same